Welcome, everyone. Hopefully you can hear me okay. Somebody, if you could let me know if you can hear me and see me okay. This is first time with a new camera going live, so I want to make sure it's going to work okay. So if somebody could just let me know, can you hear me? What we're going to do today is a reading for every sign. We're just going to call it a weekly reading, but really time is fluid. So we're going to start with Aries and then move through the zodiacs. Yes, everything is good. Thank you, Naomi. Highlight path. Good. I'm so glad you guys can hear me. All right, we're going to use a lot of different decks. So I'm going to put some aside. We're going to use Dreams. Let's put the Light Seers aside. And I'm going to start with the Psychic Tarot. And again, I'm looking at Aries. When this is over, I will timestamp it. I do have live replay on, so I'll make sure to timestamp it. Hi, Gina. Hi, Debbie. I'm so happy you guys can hear me. I have, I'm in Pennsylvania, and we're definitely experiencing that smoke. So I was a little worried about going live, but everything seems to be working out fine. All right, so we're going to start with Aries, okay? And really what I'm doing is this is just anything that you need to know. And I also want to say that, maybe I'm doing Aries, but for some reason it relates to you and you're not an Aries. Just know that I read intuitively and through my guide. So, if it feels right, it might just be right for you. But let's go ahead and begin. Hi, Jeanette. Aries. Couple year Aries. All right. I'm going to let the cards come out on their own. And they did. All right. Let's see. We have the universe. This is the world. This is good news because this means that a new chapter is opening up. It doesn't have to mean your whole life, but something is opening up for you. What I love about the world's energy is it's a very spiritual type energy, closest to God. It's the last major arcana. And I feel like this is a period of time where your spirituality should be like alive. You know what I mean? I honestly feel like the world shows when you're ready. Um, it's like if we remember we're spiritual beings having human experiences. This is what the world to me means. It's like I realize that and I'm living from that energy. So that's good news. Also, with 3, potentially energy of joy. We have the waiting game. Interesting. And then we have the sun. Card Leo, first of all, or the ruler of Leo, I should say. The sun's the illuminator. So it's interesting that we have the waiting game right between the sun and the world. What are we waiting on? The sun illuminates that for you. The sun, when the sun shows up in a reading, to me, it's just good news. It's a good way, like it's the way you're going to be feeling. It's like childlike type of energy. It is taking chances, but it's because everything's illuminated. So whatever this waiting game is, which we're going to go ahead and take some cards under that. I don't know, but let's see. Well, okay. Put those aside for a second. We have, I keep forgetting I have a different camera and I have to move my cards. We have firm foundation under the universe. It feels like a reward. And I say reward, it can be a blessing. Honestly, I feel like it's just meant to be because this tells me that you yourself have been firming up your own foundation. When your foundation is strong, really nothing can knock you off of it. So I feel like this is talking about energy you've been working on. And then we have, look at this, material and spiritual prosperity. Maybe you're waiting for some type of material harvest. I feel like your spirituality must be alive, though. Like, I don't think that is a problem here, because I feel like many of you, this feels very intuitive to me. All right, but we got two more. Let's see what we have. Well, hello, Passion Ignited. The Ace of Wands under the Sun, Aries. This just feels like, whatever the world is bringing in, whatever this next chapter is. And again, it may be something maybe you were waiting for, maybe you wanted to bring to life, or maybe I'm waiting for that, that material prosperity. I feel like your spiritual prosperity is in place. Your spiritual foundation seems strong. And I feel like, again, the sun's going to illuminate anything and everything. This is about action. This asks you to take action. But it's a desired action. It's a desired passion. I can tell this is going to be a long reading because, I like to know everything. And then we have stand your ground, 7 of Wands. Stand your ground. I'm going to put it right there. Let me bring my lid down a little bit so you guys can see it a little better. Just so you guys know, I'm not really reading the comments as I do a reading because I want to put all my focus here. So don't think I'm ignoring you. I'm not, but I want to give you an accurate reading. This 7 is standing out for me, and it's reminding me that we're in a universal year 7, and then you have the universe right here. So it feels like whatever is beginning, it definitely feels like it's like on your wheel. It's already like your soul seed of intention. This Ace of Wands, I kind of love that. And it's being anchored by a firm foundation. So I feel like, Aries, you've been working on yourself. Maybe you're learning how to reclaim your voice, reclaim your position in life. And because of that, the universe is responding. I feel like there's nothing you need to worry about here with the sun because everything is going to be illuminated. And that means if anything negative wants to come towards you, which I don't feel like it does, you're going to be able to see it, feel it, know it before it actually reaches you. That's energy. So I feel like this is saying that this year, this just may be the time that something new is opening for you. Again, it's in the light, so I don't have to worry about this. It's also something that is going to ignite passion within you. So it ignites something that you want to do. You have material and spiritual prosperity right next to it. So some of you, it almost feels like I've been waiting for a promotion, or I've been waiting for the way that so that I can begin maybe something on my own. And if that's the case, it feels like the universe is ready and waiting for you. So, passion ignited with the sun's energy and the world. Brand new chapter. Again, it doesn't have to mean all elements of your life. It could be one element, but I do feel like it's something you've been waiting for. I definitely feel like it's, and I always say, don't wait for things, but, maybe you feel like, listen, I deserve it. And you do deserve it. But I also feel like you're being guided towards something that may, it's like put out your intentions, but then but then allow them to come back in the way that the universe intended. And I feel like that means your soul also intended for that. So this year, many of you, and I feel like some of you, this is talking about where you're helping others now. And, maybe you're helping others to stand their ground. I feel like you've already done that. So, I don't know, guys. This looks pretty good. All right, let's keep going, though. I don't want it to be too long. And then I think at the end, what I'll do is maybe come back and answer some questions. So keep that in mind for Aries. Okay, let's put that there. And let's bring out a different deck. Let's bring out for Taurus the Tarot of Dreams. Right. And again, I'll read your comments in a little bit. I just really want to be focused on your reading, Taurus. Now, Taurus, sun, moon, rising. You may have planets in the sign of Taurus. That's what you want to remember. You may be called to a certain reading. You're not sure if you have that sign. Just trust your intuition. All right. Well, we start with Temperance. That's about divine timing. Temperance is a lesson in patience. Why? Why do I have to be so patient? Because something wants to come together and it may take time. I often think of patience like if I think of the soulmates, I feel like, well, she's got to fill both those cups, right? Both those cups have to be filled evenly. And if I want something to come in before, let's say it's talking about love again, before their cup is full, well, that doesn't really serve me. So Temperance says, have divine timing or trust in divine timing. This is also the card of Sagittarius, by the way, but I love it as your first card. All right, let's keep going. We have the Five of Pentacles. Interesting. Five, change. Five of Pentacles sometimes is not change that I asked for, but nonetheless, there it is. Five of Pentacles is like that feeling of being thrown out into the cold. But I often feel in the Five of Pentacles that this person, as they move through this temporary energy, they're starting to move towards soulmate type of energy. And I'm not just talking love, I'm talking friendship, partnership, collaborations, all that. Someone may have lost a job. We have the Four of Cups. Interesting, because I feel like Temperance is saying, okay, we're waiting on you. We're waiting on you. Four of Cups. First of all, Four of Cups is this person's being handed a cup, right? This cup is I often feel like it's from the hand of God. But so this talks about using your spiritual discernment as it relates to making any decisions. This is also the energy, though, of discontentment, boredom, or inactivity. So I'm looking at the 5 and the 4, which is a 9. I may need to reflect upon that. Am I being proactive in my own life? Am I accepting that cup that wants to come in? Listen, it's coming through divine timing. So I feel like it's almost like the sun, nothing to worry about. But it is showing me that you've been through some difficult energy. Let's keep going. Hi, Kimberly. We have Hello, the Chariot, which again is the card that represents 2023 is the Chariot. This is unlimited potential. Truly. And I feel like much like the world, the Chariot comes in as a reward. Why? Because I have to have balance to be able to really steer the Chariot. This is about your mind, your intentions. Your intentions is what controls the horses, not the rein. So, having that energy, I feel like something is moving. I feel like Taurus, you've been stuck because something may happen again against your wishes. And I feel like you kind of got stuck in that energy. And I feel like Temperance is like, I just need you to, allow yourself to move out of that energy. Maybe say yes to that cup. And then the Chariot shows. Well, that's movement. So no movement into beautiful movement. Card of Cancer. King Cups can be, sitting right next to Cancer. Can be a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Doesn't have to be any of that, though. Let's keep going. We have the Three of Cups. And then with that is the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles to me is about your soul seed of intentions. It's what your soul, the experiences that your soul wanted to have on this earthly plane. And not all of them are easy, because we're here to expand our soul. And that comes through our lessons, our experiences, right? So, you know, maybe if you just know that, like sometimes even the hardships are part of our tree. However, now I feel like this is a reason to celebrate because the Chariot is here. Now, this King of Cups, you know, is this someone who like threw you the tower, or is this someone you're meeting along the way? I feel like we want to take a card right over that. We have the Six of Swords. So some of you, this is what you're leaving. You know, it's interesting because when you think of the Six of Swords, you have to look back at what are they leaving? The Five of Swords. That's energy that's been toxic to you. And sometimes just because energy is toxic to me doesn't mean I make the move, but I feel like the universe kind of forced your hand here, or someone else forced your hand. But I want to say in the same breath, have faith that it's only leading you to bigger and better, and maybe even a better type of love. So, you know, I have to say some of you may be leaving this king. His energy may have been toxic to you. But then again, some of you may be heading towards this king. Let's take one more. Three of Swords. Okay. So this is what I feel like. Let's forget this king's sign and let's talk about this king. So this king is someone who definitely would explore love, right? Normally, this is someone who appreciates relationships, partnerships. Now, not always, because this is definitely kind of showing me like, am I staying with this king? Am I leaving this king? Has this king thrown me the tower? Even if the king threw you the tower, you know, the Three of Swords is here, heartbreak. So I do feel like this king probably was toxic to you anyway. And toxic just means that it's like deflating your life. Let's take one more look at that, the Eight of Cups. So clearly it's telling me that you are someone is moving away from this energy. Again, I want you to try to forget the sign and just think of like, so someone's love may have ended. Doesn't mean that they don't love you, but you know, something ended here. And the Eight of Cups, you know, it asks you, don't get stuck in your emotional house, right? Not everyone can love us the way that we deserve to be loved, but that doesn't mean that there's not someone out there waiting to love you the way you deserve to be loved. You have to know that through the Chariot's energy. You know, this could even be like a karmic, and it could be teaching you something valuable. So the Eight of Cups says, look within your emotional house, find emotional clarity, understand that just because one thing didn't work out, it doesn't mean that there's not something out there waiting. Think of the Eight of Cups and where this person's moving towards the Nine of Cups, inner harmony. Right now, I feel like you may not have that, but this is what it's moving you towards. I do have to say, though, with the Four of Cups here, it does take your action, right? It is going to take at least, you know, doesn't even have to be physical action. Like maybe I just have to tell myself, okay, so yes, I got my heart broken, and you know, and it's not easy. It definitely is showing me it hasn't been easy. But then again, I feel like in the same breath, you're having some real realizations about this, and it's allowing you to, again, when I look at the five and the four, the nine, reflection, right? Final reflection, so that I can move on, so I can move into the Nine of Cups, inner harmony, loving my life again. So changes for you also. Changes for you also. It's funny. I think Taurus is the last video I just did. Um, let's just take one more over that. Beautiful. Two of Wands. Love the Two of Wands. You know why I love the Two of Wands? Because it kind of erases the fear factor. It's saying that you're willing to take a step forward, take a step into whatever is new. I love that it's representing the fire for you, because again, it's action, it's passion, it's something that's ignited within your soul. So it feels very again, especially with the Seven of Pentacles, meant to be type of energy. I just got to get through this. I got to get through this. I got to trust the divine is there and divine is working with me, not against me. And then when whatever new wants to come in, your willingness to take a step into it. I don't feel like it's this king, because I feel like this king has got to be in the past. You know, like, I just feel like I got to let this king go. And this king may have let me go, but like in my mind, in my heart, I got to let him go. You know what I love with the Six of Swords there next to the Three of Swords? It does feel like the time of heartache, you know, that heaviness, it does feel like it's ending. But you are also responsible for that, because you had you know, you took the dare of going deep. And when you go deep and you look within your own houses, you can find your own answers. And I feel like you're telling the universe, okay, I'm ready. I'm ready. Bring it on. Okay, let's keep going. I'm trying to glance down here and there. Hi, Kimberly. Hi, Adela. Good morning. That tells me you're probably in the West Coast. All right. Let's do Gemini. I think with Gemini, I want to bring in the Psychic Tarot again. I like the Psychic Tarot for Gemini. So let's reshuffle them. I hope no one's in a hurry. We have the moon. I'm not going to take it yet, but we're definitely going to recognize it. The moon can talk about uncertainties. Moon is the card of Cancer, ruler, the card of Pisces, ruler of Cancer. We have seen Cancer a few times now. Okay. Gemini. Gemini, what do you need to know? Again, Gemini, sun, moon, rising. The sun. Beautiful. First card. Whatever follows it, I'll have illumination over it. Look at that. The waiting game came back out. Interesting, because I feel like the waiting game for, I think it was Aries, came in the middle, but the sun was on that side. Now the sun is first. Look at that. Shadow made its way back out. So again, Pisces, ruler of Cancer. But this does speak about uncertainties. I kind of love that we have the sun and the moon. Some of you, you know, when I see the sun and the moon, depending on other cards that we get, sometimes it does pull my head to a twin flame relationship. And listen, twin flames, the waiting game, yes. You know, I'm in a twin flame relationship. We're in union now. But, you know, it took time. It definitely took time. We have material and spiritual prosperity under the sun. Beautiful. Tells me your financial house is being lit up. Tells me your spiritual house is being lit up. It tells me even though the moon is here, and even, you know, the moon cannot cast shadows when the sun is out. It can try. But it can also be very dreamy type energy. All right, we got a few, but we're going to take them. Financial and material changes. 5. Universe again. Under the shadow. Moving on. This is the 6 of Swords. 2 6s back to back. We have conflict and defeat. Interesting, we have 2 5s back to back. 2 6s, 2 5s. And then last but not least, we have the 8 of Swords. Wow. I don't love that, to be honest, because the 8 of Swords is a self-created prison. And the only one who can break you free from this prison is you, because you're the one who created it. Now, probably with purpose, you know, not judging you in any way. But we do have to know this, because this is where we stop trusting our own energy as a measure of, something that's good or something that's not good. So you got to free yourself. But I feel like with the Six of Swords mirroring that, you do. You do. All right. So we have some changes going on here. Some changes that I feel like you must have been waiting for. First, financial and material changes, right? But there's some obstacles and challenges that you needed to get through. That's probably part of what this waiting game is about. Part of this is also this self-created prison, right? Break free from limited ideas. The world right above that, a next chapter. The sun's illuminating it. And listen, when I think of an 8, I always think of a new beginning. That's what 8 really wants. Self, new beginnings, right? So definitely we want a new beginning over this 8 of Swords. Conflict and defeat, financial and material changes. However, it's almost like, I feel like I was working a job, right? But I was getting paid very little money. And I feel like, and that would continue. That would just continue. I would continue to get paid very little money. So it's me who needs to make the change, whether that means I go in and ask for a promotion or I start looking for another job. Somehow I feel like you're changing your life, but a lot of it does have to do with you. I feel like the path will be illuminated. I understand the fear of change, right? But nonetheless, these sixes are saying, go for it. Material and spiritual prosperity versus conflict and defeat. So I feel like whatever challenges you're going through, allow yourself to get through them. Because I feel like I have a choice here. I can either stay in this 8 of Swords energy, and that does block my opportunities. I hate to say that, but it does, right? And why? Well, because energy doesn't reach me the same way, or I don't believe it. So I need to clear, like, why? I need to look at that. Like, why did I create this prison? And then free yourself. And the rest will follow. All right, I want to go right in the middle. We have the Emperor. So I don't know, guys. For some of you, listen, if this is about creating a business on your own, I feel like you have what it takes to do that. Maybe you've been waiting for something to help you to create, well, material and spiritual prosperity, the world, all of that would signify that here is the opportunity. This is the card of Aries, by the way. This is the leader. Some of you need to trust in yourselves to lead others, and how does the Emperor lead? Well, through experiences. But the Emperor is someone who's methodical. He puts a plan in place. Let's take one more. And then we have another 8, power, strength card. And I feel like this is dealing with our own demons. And the demon in this spread is the 8 of Swords. Now, I'm not saying, again, you don't have a reason to create it, but it won't serve you. So the strength card says, look within, right? Look at your own demons. And demons, what I mean by that is just our light and our dark, the light, the dark, and a 2 in between that. When you do that, what you realize is really how strong you are. Ultimately, again, an 8, right? So a new beginning, but this is finding inner balance. And I feel like next to the Emperor, that's pretty dang powerful. So I feel like, whatever opportunities are coming your way, have a clear mind, have an open heart, and Trust. Trust. One more. I don't know why. I want to take one more. Well, patience and planning. That would explain the Emperor for sure. And again, a 7. I feel like this is definitely representing this year. You know, like I said, this isn't talking about years from now. This is, and we only have what? Not that many months left to the year. We're halfway through. Put a plan in place if you feel stuck. And I feel like follow the plan, but then be open to divine's guidance also. I do feel like some of you are starting your own business. And listen, I feel like you're ready. I feel like the strength card is also the power or the spirit warrior. Like, I am here to fight for mankind. You know, I looked up my name one time. My granddaughter and I were looking up names, and my name said the defender of man. And I thought, well, that's ironic because that's what I feel like I do in tarot, is help defend you and help you move along. Okay. All right. Let's pick that up. By the way, if these become popular, then I'll be doing them all the time, as long as my internet allows me. All right, so let's move into Cancer. Let me just glance down. Well, thank you, Mystic Muse. Hi, Elda. Hi, Deb. I feel like I literally just saw you, Deb. All right, where are we at? We're at Cancer. And I'm using the Light Seers. And again, for those who weren't here at the beginning, you know, at the end of the reading, I will put timestamps for each reading because I have live replay on. So you can always go back and watch it again. All right. 8 of Swords is totally how you feel. Remember, you break yourself free. 9 of Swords, Cancer. That's worry. To the point where what I want to look at, first of all, it's a 9, so I have to reflect upon it. It does speak about unnecessary worry, but nonetheless, it's worry. It turned into sleepless nights. It's funny because I'm noticing, you know, I guess the ravens, but then I see the one white dove. So it's like the light at the end of the rainbow with the King of Swords next to that. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Why are you worrying about this king? This king has seemed to reach his mountaintop. His sword is in a resting position, so I don't feel like he's coming like in a defensive mode. Interesting, because there's the raven and there's the dove. So they're definitely connected. This king's looking right back at the person in the 9 of Swords. Well, hello, Ace of Cups. Love. Love. But you're worried about it. You know, you're worried about it. But remember, the 9 of Swords' message is unnecessary worry. You know, the 9 of Swords, where does the root of the problem stem from? The 3 of Swords. 3 of Swords. The heartache. Previous heartache. I don't want to repeat that. Of course you don't. But this king seems to be carrying the ace. You know, definitely connected to him. And it's interesting how he's looking at this person in the 9 of Swords. Like, why is your head down? Why won't you accept my ace? Well, hello, Knight of Cups. Unexpected love. You know, I shouldn't jump right to the fact and call it love. It's an unexpected cup of fulfillment. But because the Ace of Cups is here, hello. This knight is just sitting there. He's staying calm. He's got roses in his hands. That's love to me anyway. If you look, there's a blanket and there's a letter. It's almost like a letter was written. A letter was read. Now, it doesn't have to be a literal letter, but I feel like it's almost like the word, like this king receives some type of word, and that's what causes the king to take action, bring in this cup. You can't control the timing, unfortunately, or maybe fortunately. Because in the Nine of Swords, again, it's much like the Eight of Swords. Am I going to recognize it? Is my fear going to override it? Nine of Swords reminds me of Virgo, which I am, and we can definitely overthink. We can definitely overthink things. Look at this, the Ace of Swords. So this is about communication. I love the Ace of Swords under the King because I feel like the Ace of Swords represents truth, integrity, honesty. Like, I can trust this word. Some of you are like, you don't even know my person. But maybe this isn't that person. Because again, the Knight of Cups speaks about something that's unexpected. Oh, hello, Six of Cups just put itself in place for me. How interesting. Literally put itself in place. Six of Cups. Oh, hang on, guys. My phone's going to die. I got to plug it in real quick. You might hear a little ding on the computer, but my battery does not want to last. Okay. Anyways, back to this love. Six of Cups. Well, for some of you, this certainly can represent someone from your past. But if it does represent someone from your past, this is someone that you would have happy memories about. Maybe even loving memories, treasured memories. And it doesn't even mean you have to have been in a relationship with them. Could have been old friends, could have been old college buddies, that type of thing. But I do feel like you know them. I do feel like you know them. And then look at this, the Fool. Take a chance. Take a chance. Don't let that Nine of Swords be the reason why I say no to this Ace of Cups. It is completely your choice, of course, free will. And free will sometimes can bite us, right? Because in the Nine of Swords energy, I could definitely say no. But the Fool takes a chance. The Fool does put the past in the past where it belongs. Now, this is a person potentially of the past, but what I mean is the energy, right? The things that I needed to work out and understand. I need to know myself if I'm in this Nine of Swords energy. I need to know, just like I know as a Virgo, that I can overthink things. To the point, like Sam and I getting together, it took 5 years because, I overthought. And it's funny because when we did come together, all those fears that I had, none of them manifested. It was wasted time. Full. Take a chance on me, take a chance on you. And then the Hangman. Interesting. It's like some are saying yes, some are saying no. The Hangman, it's a period of time. But I don't think it's wasted time because I feel like in the Hangman's energy, I am seeking wisdom. I want wisdom on my next steps. So this could represent, if I'm in the Nine of Swords energy, this is coming in whether you wanted to come in or not. That's how I feel. And it is carrying the energy of love. I feel that. But I feel like if I feel like your soul must want this. But if your humanness, the fear factor gets in the way, then I say take your time. Go step by step. Talk it out. This Ace of Swords to me represents, I feel like, how this is coming about. And I feel like it's going to start through the art of communication, whether it be through text, telephone, email, social media. Start a conversation. And by the way, sometimes it can be flipped. It may be you who should start a conversation. But anyway, I feel like, I'm either going to be the fool and I'm going to go ahead and take that chance. And that means I'm putting the past in the past. Or if I'm in the hangman's energy, then I'm going to take it slow. Now, some of you may be like, I've been waiting and wondering if this is ever going to come about. Well, it feels like it's going to come about. It's going to come about. Okay, Cancer. Wow. We don't even need to clarify that. All right. Let's switch decks again. And let's go to I forget what these are called. The Gilded Tarot. I'm just going to glance down. Yeah, you missed Gemini, Jim. But I have replay on. You're right. It all begins, Mystic Muse, in the mind. Our intention. The law of attraction. Wherever we're vibrating is what's going to vibrate back to us. The universe doesn't look at what we're vibrating out and be like, okay, well, that doesn't look good. No, I'm just going to meet whatever it is you're putting out there. All right, we're moving into Leo. Leo, what do you need to know? What do you need to know? Well, hello, Chariot. Flipped itself around. Again, we're in the year of the Chariot. Again, unlimited potential with something. It is the card of Cancer, Leo's neighbor. We have the moon. So the moon has shown a couple times now, card of Pisces, ruler of Cancer. Interesting, Cancer, Cancer. Someone could have a double Cancer. The Hermit, your other neighbor. Interesting, because you're covered on both sides, right? Cancer, one neighbor. Virgo, the other neighbor. Look at this, the Star. First of all, they're all major arcanas. This is about your hopes, your dreams, and your wishes. And how great is it that it's coming under the Chariot? Unlimited potential. You've got to know that, though. The only limits that the Chariot places upon you are the ones that you place upon yourself. Card of Aquarius. Ace of Swords. Let's finish out the spread. So it's interesting because the Hermit, the Hermit is not afraid to go through the dark night of the soul. The Hermit's not afraid to go into the cave and isolate oneself to ask those big questions, to get answers to those questions. I'm looking for spiritual help, but to use it on this physical plane. The Hermit to me is the wise one, spiritually, but also on this physical plane. And ultimately, when I emerge from the cave, I emerge with the light. I feel like the Hermit realizes when he or she's in the cave that I've had the light within me all along, right? I am the co-creator. So the Hermit, when he emerges from the cave, I feel is always a great teacher. You know, this lantern is illuminating a snake that's right before the hermit. So it's telling you that if you trust within yourself, first and foremost, and trust within your energy, that if there are any snakes in the grass, you have the light to illuminate it. And I also feel like you may be helping others in that same way. All right, let's keep going. 8 of Cups. 8 of Cups. It's your emotional house. And listen, with the Hermit above it, I feel like that's the house that I dug deep in. Like I had to get clarity within my emotional house, or things just aren't going to work out the way that I had hoped. My life isn't going to be as fulfilling as it could be. So I've got to learn, the Hermit learns like that there's many cycles in our life, and each cycle needs time to be reflected upon so that I can extract the wisdom from my experiences, not the pain, right? I don't want to pull that along. I only want to extract the wisdom that the person the 8 of Cups is doing. All right, we're going to go right over that. We have Justice. Card of Libra, another major arcana. Holy cow. Certainly can talk about a divorce. But really, justice is about fairness. Justice is about making whoever reading is for, making you whole again. It's bringing balance back into your life. But it did require that a string be cut, something be cut. Oftentimes when I see justice, I feel like a karmic type energy, like maybe I've been through some karmic lessons. But listen, if I've been through some karmic lessons, I want to learn them. And that way, I've learned them for eternity. I do not have to repeat them. If I do not learn them, I'm doomed to repeat them. So justice, I feel like it's, first of all, it can be a Libra for some. I mean, holy cow, the signs, right? Cancer, Pisces, Virgo, Libra, Aquarius. What's going on, Leo? Well, I'll tell you what's going on. The Lovers. The Lovers. Another major arcana. Card of Gemini. The meaning of this card is a head over heart decision. Maybe you're making a head over heart decision. I often feel in the Lover's energy, the chemistry is like off the charts if it's relating to anyone new. Because remember, the Chariot's opening up your reading. So this is movement out of like one cycle. And I feel that especially because it's being mirrored by a 9 and the energy of the Hermit, right? One cycle wants to come to an end and another one will open up. Cutting of ties, learning karmic lessons. And I feel like it puts you in the perfect place for this energy then to open up. I don't feel like this is something I'm letting go of, because with the Star here and then the Ace of Swords, I feel like this is talking about something new that's coming in, but it's also part of your dreams, your hopes, your wishes. I don't even know if I should even put any like who this could be. I need to just leave it open to the universe. I want to take one more over that with the 6 of Pentacles. Here's one of, I feel like maybe one of your karmic lessons. And it may have been learning the fine art of give and take. Am I someone, when I'm in a relationship, I give and give and give and give, and I don't receive back, and I put up with it? Or am I someone who takes and takes and takes, and I don't give as much as I should? So to me, the 6 of Pentacles is finding that it's that fine art of give and take. It's also very compassionate and loving type energy, and it's connected right to another 6, the Lovers. So I feel like who's ever in this Lover's energy, it's telling us a little bit about this person, that this person does have a compassionate heart. You may find that this is someone who feels very good helping others, helping, like giving a hand out to those who need it. And it just feels right. I don't know, Leo. It just feels right. You know, when I see the Six of Pentacles, I don't know why, but my mind always thinks of the master number 33. And if you have a master number 33, if you're a master number 11, 22, or 33, know that you're here to master something. And sometimes that can be karmic energy, right? But that karmic energy, if I clear it forever. Forever. So this definitely feels like love. It doesn't feel like it was like this is something that came overnight. It definitely feels like there was energy you yourself needed to get through and realize, right? And then cut that string. And then here's this Ace of Swords. Again, does that mean that someone is coming into your life and is going to start through some type of communication? Probably. Let's just take one more. Well, hello, Empress. You know, I love the Empress because when you think of the Empress, she has walked all the queens' paths, all of them. And that's why she's so wise. You know, she has learned not to harden her heart because of past experiences. Again, she does carry the energy of the hermit. This is someone who's very creative. And, you know, if she stifles that creativity, it doesn't feel good. This is someone who receives a lot of epiphanies and has learned to really trust her own energy. You know, I feel like it's saying to you, because you've been, you know, I hate to use the word working on yourself, but let's just say you've been understanding energy more, spirituality more, and like really understanding that you're not just this human being, that you are a spiritual being. And that means that truly life is unlimited. Empress would say, first of all, the Empress doesn't need any type of Eight of Swords or Nine of Swords because she has really learned to trust her own energy. This would be great energy of also collaborating and probably falling in love at the same time. But maybe it starts as a collaboration. Maybe these two people do the same type of work, like they both are givers. Okay, I think I'm going to leave that there. Leo. What do you mean, Jim? Live replay FTW. I don't know what FTW means. For tender. All right, where are we at? Virgo. Virgo. Let's bring in the Psychic Tarot again. Let's give it some good shuffles first. Whoa. All right, so out of all those cards that fell out, the only one who was face up is the Eight of Wands. Accelerated motion. What I think about, I bring about. We're going to put it back in, though. And just remember that. Universe again. I don't know, guys. Maybe that's why I went live today. Maybe there are some major changes happening. Maybe they're planetary. I think we just had a full moon in Sagittarius. I could totally be wrong. That is not my expertise for sure. Oh, for the win. Can you tell how old I am? All right, Virgo. My fellow Virgos. Remember, sun, moon, rising, planetary. But some of you, it's just going to feel right. All right, we start with firm foundation. And then we move immediately into partnerships and alliances. You know, collaborating. Patience and planning. 5 of Cups, emotional loss. Dang it, emotional withdrawal. From the 5 of Cups to the 8 of Cups. Why? And then we have the Empress again. So this Empress has definitely been learning a lot. This Empress has definitely been through some emotional situations, let's say. You know, the 5 of Cups speaks about where my focus is at, and my focus is on what I have lost. But remember, it's a 5, so it's asking for change. The person in the 5 of Cups, when they make that change, there's 2 cups that have yet to be discovered. I mean, there just is, right? There's 2 cups that have yet to be discovered. You know, having a firm foundation, I feel like, is the most important thing in all areas, like in our work life, in our love life, in our children's life. Like, you know, the firmer our own foundation. And I also feel like for some reason, like some of you, like your chakras are being activated, or maybe you're purposely trying to activate your chakras. Because I feel like, you know, with the Empress here, with emotional withdrawal, you know, she's looked upon it, but she's not living in it, right? And again, it's the walking away, right? It's understanding the emotional house, the emotional loss, but not closing my heart down. Remember, she stays loving and nurturing. And the only way she could do that, because she's walked all the queens' lives, is by understanding energy. You know, and again, I get that feeling of like, you know, not everyone is meant to love us. And some people can't love us in the way that we deserve. You know, and I also feel like in the Empress's energy, it's a certain vibration. 2 threes here, by the way, partnerships and alliances with the Empress. All right. I want to keep going. Look at that, 4 and 3, 7 and a 7. I'm always looking at the numbers. The waiting game, okay? Why? What are they waiting on? What are they waiting on? Choose wisely, okay? Well, here it comes. So whatever I've been waiting on, here it comes. Now I have to pick one of these cups. And hello, accelerated motion made its way back out again. So I have to choose one of these cups, and I have to choose it quickly. Now, I'm not saying that to scare you. But I do feel like for some of you, this is talking about love, because I feel like the Empress did have to overcome this energy of the 5 of Cups and the 8 Cups. And then that moves her into the 7 of Cups. Now, choose wisely. Normally, that's the energy. Well, it makes sense because usually it's chaotic. And that chaos can make it hard for me to choose a cup. Also, I feel like in the 7 of Cups, you know, I've chosen cups before and they haven't worked out. Well, I have to just learn again that not all cups are going to work out. But because you're in the Empress's energy now, I feel very confident in whatever is heading your way, whatever cup you decide to choose. I just feel like you're choosing the right one. And interesting with the waiting game right before that. So this could be something that potentially you've been waiting on, potentially was just not the right time. But now with the 8 of Wands, it's go time. One more. Well, the 9 of Pentacles. That's a card of Virgo. This is successful self-employment. Why? Because I put the work in. This is, you know, this is great for the Empress because, again, the Empress is receiving epiphany, especially, oh, I thought she had the Ace of Swords right next to her. That's weird. But anyway, she's always receiving epiphanies. And what the Empress has learned is to give birth to those ideas, to put them into place. So, hello, material harvest. One more. I know I keep saying that. All right, heartache and loss. Okay. Maybe I shouldn't have picked one more. However, we know that Three of Swords is stemming from these two cards down here: emotional loss, emotional withdrawal. You've had your heart broken, no doubt. It can be not just love, it could also be in, I had a plan in place for my life and it didn't work out. Okay, I don't want to leave it on that though. And then we have the Hierophant. Believe. You got to believe in yourself above all. Card of Taurus. But it is a 5, so it is asking you to question your belief system, your faith. Do I still believe in miracles? Do I still believe that I can create whatever it is I want to create? Listen, maybe it doesn't turn out exactly how I had it planned in my mind, but maybe it turns out better. The Hierophant. Any of you in a spiritual type business, this looks very, very good. I just want to take one more. Okay. And I just wanted to take what I was looking at, the heartache and loss. Like, why did you have to come out? We were doing just fine without you. But look at this. Now we have the Three of Cups. So I feel like heart be gone. This is about new. Chapters are opening up, it seems like, for every sign. Again, it doesn't have to be in all elements of your life, but I feel like I change one element, the rest follows. So this is something you're going to be celebrating, something you've been waiting for, something that puts the ball in your court. You choose that cup. This may be collaboration with another or more than one. And by the way, it is about your uniqueness. It is truly about your uniqueness. And I say this all the time. It doesn't matter if a million other people are doing what you do. No one can do it quite like you. And that you need to trust within your own energy. But this feels like something's coming, a reason to celebrate, rejoice in celebration. So you are choosing a cup, and that cup, I love, not only does your financial house look fantastic, but I feel like this may be speaking about love, like love opening up. And maybe it's just the right person. Interesting, again, with the Empress, this could be someone that, even if we fall in love, we could collaborate. It's almost like the Emperor needs to be out here because, man, we could collaborate together. And it's like the world is our oyster. Okay, let me pick those up. Holy major arcanas everywhere. All right, Virgo. Now we're going to go into Libra. A lot of Libra love in my life. All right, I'm going to bring out the light seers, Libra. I should just glance down. Hi, Adela. You have to go. Okay. Just glancing real quick. You're welcome, Kimberly. Live replay. I know I missed a lot of comments, but we'll go back. Again, I'm really in no rush as long as my connection is good. And how's my connection? Everything still seem okay out there? All right, Libra. Libra. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? The Hermit. Well, your neighbor. It's interesting because my nephew is right on the cusp of Libra and Virgo. He's September 24th. I don't know what made me think of that. And then Temperance. Two major arcanas back to back. Temperance, divine timing. Patience. Remember, that is Temperance's main message. Patience. To allow things to come. It's like, I want to bring you the perfect recipe. It's like I'm making you chocolate chip cookies. I don't want to leave out the chips. I don't want to leave out the sugar. So it takes time to mix that perfect recipe. The Hermit's looking right over at Temperance. First of all, Virgo and Sagittarius. Let's keep going. Thank you for letting me know. You're creating some oracle cards. That's cool. I'm also creating a few different decks, but man, it's a lot of work. The Four of Swords. I like that. You know, that tells me that you may have been also in a little bit of a stagnant energy, but there's a reason, right? This is about healing. You know, if you look at the image, her heart is outside of herself. She's healing her mind, she's healing her body, her soul, and her heart. But first and foremost, I feel like it's the mind. The Hermit is illuminating that. You know, the Hermit's in no rush to come out of that cave because the Hermit is receiving what the Hermit's looking for. It's interesting because this one is like magic, like his lantern is magic. Keep going. Oh, you're welcome, Deb. I really love doing your reading. I mean, I loved it. Whew, okay. The Chariot again. It's funny because how many times does the Chariot come out, even though we're using different decks? Again, representing the year, representing Cancer for some. We have the Page of Wands, which I call my Fool, because I feel like the Page of Wands is someone who takes a lot of chances. And by the way, it doesn't matter your sign. Again, I'm reading energy. So to me, the Page of Wands is someone who does take chances. And you know what? Probably has fallen, but gets back up again. It makes me think of a song, but I can't think of it. Like I can think of it, but, and then the Eight of Cups again. But this Eight of Cups came in reverse. And I feel like I'm meant to keep in reverse because I feel like what it's saying for you, Libra, is it feels like the hard work is done. It feels like, you know, you're healing, that healing period. Listen, it doesn't mean I'm 100% back to myself, but enough so that it's movement time. Temperance is there, you know, that's divine energy helping you to heal. That's kind of beautiful. But also, I feel like Temperance is saying through this healing period, you yourself may have received like epiphanies, ideas, or even maybe started thinking about someone like out of the blue. And sometimes when you just start thinking about someone out of the blue, that's because they're thinking about you. So it's like your heart has been hurting. And it may not have just been one relationship. So I did need to look at this, right? But I feel like you did. And I feel like you allowed it to heal. And no wonder the Chariot follows the healing period. Again, unlimited potential. And then the Page, I'm going to take a chance. So Temperance is bringing something in. All right, we have the Death card of Scorpio. But even if you read the card, it says death/rebirth. One door closes, I can guarantee you another door will open. Sometimes another door will not open until we've closed the door behind us. It's like a backdraft. Nothing fear in the Death card. It is a rebirth. It's a rebirth in your thinking. It's a rebirth in your energy. It's a rebirth in your life. And then the Queen of Cups. Now, Queen of Cups, we're doing Libra, right? That's why I say forget the sign. It can certainly be Queen of Cups because she's sitting right next to the Death card, which is the card of Scorpio. For some of you, could talk about Scorpio potentially coming into your life. But, you know, and if I know this person or knew this person, they're coming in the energy of a rebirth. Otherwise, it wouldn't be coming in. This queen, just look how connected she is, right? She's connected to above as she is below. I feel like this queen is very comfortable living in the dark, but also the light. You know, why is she comfortable living in the dark? Because it's almost like they're my people. I don't know where I'm getting that from, but that's what I feel like. They're my people. They're my people. And I want to help my people. So it's like whatever I'm receiving from above, let's say, you're using it in your daily life now. One more. The Magician, the manifester. What do you want to manifest, Libra? Because you are moving out of this healing period. And again, it doesn't mean like I'm completely healed, but maybe I'm just tired of, like, I want action in my life now. That's what the Page of Wands wants, action, right? Adventure. Like, I don't want to live a dull life. Like, bring me adventure. Okay, you got it. The Magician is, you know, if I'm looking at the Page of Wands as the Fool, then I have to look at the Magician as the Fool's teacher. And the Magician teaches the Fool that you don't need to fear this new path, because everything that you need, you already possess within. Know that. And also know that you're the co-creator. You know, this isn't all just sitting back and waiting to see what divine's going to bring in next. No, you're co-creating. What do you want to create? I have a feeling also that someone is thinking about you, and then you start thinking about them. And potentially that means that two people come together. I don't even know where I'm picking that up at, but I do feel like that. Like someone's thinking about me, or I just start thinking about someone. It's weird. And then they're thinking about me. One more. I know. I can never end them. Look at this, the star. Your hopes, your dreams, your wishes. But not just that. How beautiful with the Magician. The ability to manifest. I feel like there was another card under there. The ability to manifest your dreams out of the state of wisdom and not fear. Man, that's a good life. Doesn't mean there's not challenges and obstacles, but what it means is the power that I feel within me is tenfold. I stop fearing adventures, and instead I start moving into them. Okay, let's let that be. I have to keep remember that I'm doing all the signs. Let's make a 3-hour video. All right, Scorpio, my daughter is a Scorpio. My son's a Libra, or Leo, by the way. I know I didn't say that. I'm going to bring in the Cosmic Tarot for Scorpio. Many of you know my daughter, Jen. She has her own channel, Jenny Love Tarot. Though she's not very active on it because she doesn't have really a lot of time like I do. October 29th. My brother is November 6th. And I know a few of you share my daughter's birthday. All right, Scorpio, Cosmic Tarot. Some people ask me to like put down, and I know I could do it, like what cards I use, but you know, sometimes I use so many different decks because I'm looking for synchronicities. All right, we start with the 7 of Cups and the High. So right off the bat, well, first of all, it's a 7 again this year. So right off the bat, it's putting a question in your lap. It's putting these cups in your lap, and you're the one who has to choose from these cups. But the High Priestess right next to it, that's your intuition. You know, the High Priestess, your intuition is your GPS for this lifetime. And many of us don't use it. You know, it's like traveling without a map and no road signs. The high priestess is your map. Okay. So you're making a choice. Let's see what you're trying to choose. Well, hello, lovers popped out again, but we'll see. We have the Queen of Swords. Can be a Libra. We just did Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. Doesn't have to be any of them. You know, I feel like, first of all, let's look at this Queen and look. I have to remember I have a different camera here. Look what's behind it. The Lovers. So it's like, it's almost like the Lovers never really leaves this Queen. It's like that energy is always attached to her. It's interesting how I'm picking this up right now. This Queen, if we forget the sign, she's about honesty, truth, integrity. This is someone who uses her voice for good. If she's in reverse, she could use it for bad, right? And we both got both sides to that, right? We all have that. We have the Hierophant, card of Taurus. We have the Four of Cups under the High Priestess. It's like, you know, it's like your higher self is like, come on, pick a cup. Well, there's that Ace of Swords coming right under the Queen. That is connected. Oh, I thought that was the Lovers. It's the Two of Cups. So this is soulmate. This is a soulmate energy. Seven of Cups is like, really, Sandy? Is it really? Well, one of these cups is. And then the Hierophant underneath that, I kind of love that because I feel like this is someone who would have, how do I want to say this? Their belief system intact. You know, this is someone who has faith. I don't read it as religion, though you can certainly read it that way. You know, some people like, I can only be, like, if I'm Jewish, like, I have to have a Jewish partner. Otherwise, my family will never talk to me. I don't know why I'm picking that up. But the Hierophant just wants you to be true to you, but also understand that there, you know, this is a vast world. Four of Cups with the High Priestess above it. Again, boredom, discontentment. So why don't I change that? And I can change that by choosing one of these cups. Ace of Swords makes me feel like you got nothing to worry about. But I get it, right? However, it is a soulmate energy. And I have to say, you know, look at these two. Like, they get each other. They get each other. Because I feel like this is someone, let's say I don't know them in this lifetime. You know them. Maybe you just not have met them in this lifetime. You'll very quickly recognize their soul. It's that feeling of familiarity, even though I don't know who you are, right? But man, I feel like I've known you my whole life. Ace of Swords connected to that. Again, it could certainly be like an unexpected type of communication. Let's take a couple. Look at this, the Princess of Cups. So think about the Knight of Cups. The Knight is bringing in an unexpected cup of fulfillment, let's say. Though, how could this not be love with the Two of Cups? But doesn't have to be. The Princess is the one who's receiving that, right? Again, unexpected. But look, she's got that cup right in front. Like, I feel like all day long, I'm going to say yes to that cup. Look at that. And then the Princess of Swords. First of all, if you know this person, this could be someone you've known, again, from a younger time with the princesses showing up. The princess to the queen. Forget the sign. This is someone maybe who has learned through her life or his life the art of communication. It could certainly be someone who eventually, like, writes a book, It's like a YouTube channel, you know, like where your voice becomes so important. And I do feel like it's taken a while, right? But I do feel like you're sitting at that place now. You're sitting at that place of truth. And then the Two of Cups comes in. Makes sense with the Princess here. Again, I don't know when it's coming in. I didn't expect this, but here it is. And what does this Princess have to do? She's got to pick a cup with the Seven of Cups. Well, she's got a cup right in front of her. So she picks a cup. And I feel like she picks the right cup. One more. Wow, another princess. Look at this. It's like these were all friends. Like back in the day, we were all friends. Princess of Pentacles could certainly represent Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Princess of Swords could represent Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And Princess of Cups could represent Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces. That aside, their energy, it's almost like, you know, like this would explain like Empress's energy, right? I've gone through the path of each of them and coming out in my own truth now. Interesting. One more, the Devil, card of Capricorn. Interesting because to me, the Devil casts illusions. And sometimes that illusion is that I'm stuck, right? Or I'm stuck with someone. Now, I don't feel like this is talking about this Two of Cups. This could be potentially talking about someone of your past. And because the Devil casts illusions, we've got to know better, right? We've got to be able to see light through the dark. Some of you, it's probably literally a Capricorn. All right, I still want to take one more. Look at that, the Chariot. Chariot, I feel like has come out in every single reading. So I love the Chariot next to the Two of Cups because the Chariot does say you need to have balance first and foremost. And if you have balance, then this truly is an unlimited potential. If it's relating to love, I have a feeling this will be for the rest of your life. Now, there is free will. I can't intervene in that. Your guides can't intervene in that. But free will aside, I feel like this is just part of your will, part of your destiny. Okay, let's keep going. Who's that for? Scorpio, right? Scorpio. All right. Sagittarius. What do we want to use? You know what? Let's use the Gilded Tarot. My birthday. My birthday is September 13th, 1960. I have a Virgo sun, Gemini moon, and I don't know my time of birth, and anybody who would know it is now gone. And when I sent away for my birth certificate, it wasn't on there. So I do not know what my rising is, but I've had many people tell me that it was Scorpio. It's Scorpio, so I don't know. But that feels like it fits. Okay. Sagittarius. We have the Devil, card of Capricorn, your neighbor. We have the Six of Wands. That's the energy of victory. We have the Eight of Cups. Interesting. I feel like Sagittarius, you've been just like I felt earlier. Again, I feel the energy of, you know, I felt like, I don't want to say trapped. It's like I had the illusion that this was the only way or this was the only person. But I feel like somehow that illusion is lifted now. Probably because, again, the Eight of Cups, because you took a deep dive into your emotional house and you come out victorious. Four of Cups under the Devil. We keep getting a lot of the same cards, even though we're using different decks. Some of you Capricorn may be offering you a cup. But for some of you, this could talk about a cup that was offered that didn't come in the light. Doesn't mean it wasn't tempting. That's what the devil's about, temptation. Things that tempt me. We have the Page of Pentacles. So this is about a learning experience. This is a path of knowledge. Inner knowledge. Not just, book knowledge. Three Swords. Don't freak out, though, because it's coming under the Eight of Cups. So I feel like this is it. You're able to clear this energy. However, it's being mirrored by the Four of Cups. So, it does take you to clear it. I mean, it doesn't mean that the divine doesn't help you, but it has to start with you. There's no way around it. It's almost like, well, I don't want to take a cup because I take a cup and my heart got broken. True. But maybe you were still in a learning period. Maybe you were still gaining that wisdom. Maybe your spirituality isn't quite where it is today. So, it's easier to be tempted to things that really will not serve us when our own energy is, not so hot. All right, with the Four of Pentacles. Look at this. And then the Four of Wands. 4, 4, 4. Fours are about your foundation. It all starts with your foundation. And again, when you build your own foundation, you don't need the elements of like the Four of Cups where there's like, I don't want to choose a cup because, it may be the wrong cup. So I stay bored. I stay discontented. I stay hurt. This is saying move out of that. Learn from it. Gain the wisdom from it. Some of you may even be using it as a platform down the road. Or maybe you've already been through this energy and you're now using it as a platform. But then the Four of Wands comes out. That's the marriage card. That's the marriage card. And I don't feel like this is talking about a cup that's being offered that may not be so good for me. Because if I can trust my energy, I would know that. I want to follow that. Look at this, the Lovers. Man. It's interesting because I feel like when I'm back here, I can't even imagine this happening. But that doesn't mean it won't happen, right? I just can't imagine it happening. So I do nothing about it, right? I just accept my life for what it is. This is saying do the opposite, right? Not all things are meant to work out. And those that don't work out are great teachers. And sometimes you're teaching another. But here, this is again inactivity within one's own life. And I feel like part of it is because I need to strengthen my foundation, my belief system. I need to make sure that I'm standing on a strong foundation. And then the marriage card with the Lovers. I mean, what more could we want? What more could we want? Again, head over heart decision, yes. Card of Gemini, yes. But the chemistry, I feel, is off the chart. Matter of fact, sitting next to the marriage card, now it doesn't have to mean marriage. It can just mean commitment. But everybody in that energy wants to be committed. And by the way, I kind of love this image because it feels like a blended family. Like I have kids, they have kids, and we come together. We come together. I love this Lovers card too, because if you look at You know, you have the female lover, right? Front and center. But then her lover is like in spirit form. So it's almost like I feel their energy, even though they may not be present. I feel it. Follow that feeling. If this is what you want, maybe it's not what you want. If you don't want it, don't follow it. But I kind of feel like follow it. I feel like at least follow it a little bit, because this could potentially be someone that you're making a lifelong commitment to. Okay. A lot of love happening. All right. Let's move into Capricorn. I'm going to bring in the Gilded the Psychic Tarot again. B-Pie. No thanks. Don't care about anything anymore. I was pure. Now I'm broken. People suck. Nobody like Jesus either. Sacred Heart is destroyed. Nobody in my life now. Okay. B-Pie. You need to think about your words, because your words are your vibration. And I get it, right? I get it. Like, you know, when we're in a state of pain, it's hard to be positive. But I have a feeling, B-Pie, that you're basing a lot of that energy off of someone else's actions. And it almost feels like, and I'm not giving a personal reading, but it's coming to me. So I feel like your guides want me to reach you. And, you know, like, I can't make you believe in anything you don't believe in. But I believe in Jesus, and I believe Jesus is here to help. I believe change is coming to you and for you. You know, it's like you're sitting in that Four of Cups energy. Okay. All right. What are we doing? We're doing Capricorn. Capricorn. Hi, Patrick. And by the way, anybody who's just come in the room, I'm going to have live replay on. So, you know, once we're done here, I will go in and I'll put timestamps on. But, you know, I often feel like you learn a lot from other signs too. But I will do that. All right. So we're going to start with Stand Your Ground. Stand Your Ground. Number 7, of course. Look at this. 9 of Cups. Fulfillment of wishes. Fulfillment of wishes. The Empress has made her way back out again. And then the Tower. But the Tower is coming under the 7 of Wands, asking you to stand your ground. You know, don't stand your ground to the point where, because sometimes I can stand my ground, but it's going to do no good. You know, if I'm trying to stand my ground against someone who just has a closed mind, a closed heart, then don't waste your time, because the Empress knows that. The Empress knows what to fight for and what not to fight for. You know, this Tower is here. And I'm wondering if it's something worth fighting for. All right, well, let's keep going. But I love seeing the 9 of Cups there. Whoa. Okay. Just knocked everything. I want to try to take them in the way they came. 8 of Swords. You know, B-Pie, you can even look at this as yourself. Like, this Tower happened, right? And towers happen. We can't avoid them. I mean, maybe we can avoid them once we learn energy, right? But we can't allow a tower to like destroy the rest of our life. But that's what it's doing here, because this Tower has put someone in a self-created prison. And interesting that the 9 of Cups is right above it. It's like, I want to fulfill your wishes. But in the, I mean, what does it say? Trapped in fear. sometimes I feel like it starts that way, but then I get too comfortable in this energy of protection. The Empress is saying, come on, baby, you've come a long way. Learn to trust your energy. Learn to trust, I feel like with the Empress, if anything's coming towards her that could potentially result in a tower, she feels it. That's the thing about the Empress. She trusts her energy. She doesn't have to create prisons, because if anything or anyone comes towards her that is trying to deplete her life, the alarms will go off. It's like having, I don't know why, it's reminding me of like, having a security system at home. Okay, let's see what else came out though. Wisdom, the Hierophant again. Having belief. Accelerated motion. And then moving on. Okay, well, I kind of like seeing that, because I feel like this is someone who is freeing themselves from a prior tower. Standing your ground, yes, stand your ground, but don't stand your ground against what doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like, know what matters and what doesn't matter. What's important, what's not important. And I feel like as we age, these are the things that we learn. Like the things that I used to fight for, I no longer fight for. It either is or it isn't. The Empress with the Hierophant right below her, that's very powerful energy. That is really her trusting in divine energy. But remember, she's also the co-creator. It's like divine's giving her the epiphanies and she is putting them in place. Somebody feels like this fulfillment of wishes is never going to come in. But you stop believing. That's why. You stop believing. You stop believing in miracles. Maybe what was didn't work, but maybe something better is about to happen. Maybe. Six of Swords tells me that you are moving out of that difficult energy. You are moving away from toxicity, whether that be people, places, whatever it is, whether it be my own thought system. This is the seeing of it, the knowing of it, and then the moving away from it. And man, does that serve you. And I feel like with the Eight of Wands right there, accelerated motion, what I think about, I bring about. What I think about, I bring about. It's important to know that. What I think about, I bring about. Because again, the universe isn't measuring like the vibration you're putting out, saying, okay, well, she's looking for someone who looks like this and is, makes 100,000 a year or something like that. Like letting go of those type of expectations. But listen, I want someone's going to come in who is a spiritual match for me, who is a loving match for me, right? But if I'm in the Eight of Swords, well, I can vibrate that energy back too. I have to know that. Trust, belief in divine and in yourself. Rest and rejuvenation. I just wanted to take a couple over that. The waiting game. Some of you are like, maybe I've been waiting for someone or something, and maybe it's just not coming. Well, then maybe I need to put a different plan in action. Look at that, the temptation. Devil, card of Capricorn. We have Taurus right here too, by the way. I don't know if I said that. The devil coming in over the Hierophant and the Empress. If this is talking about any type of lower temptation, good luck getting by the Empress's energy. Good luck. Good luck. It's like this devil is trying to cover this key. And I feel like it's your key of life. And it's almost like trying to cover the light, right? Trying to, but can't succeed. Can't succeed. One more. Patience. Temperance. Divine timing. I mean, come on. It's showing up in everyone's reading. You know, to me, it means like as a collective that many of us are now entering in new chapters. Um, you know, think of this year. This is a year of spirituality. This is a slow moving year, but this is a year where, you know, we're going deep, but we're not going deep to fix ourselves. We're going deep to really, because I feel like many of us have done that. It's really to bring our spirituality alive. Um, and it can be a slow moving year, but I still feel a lot's going to be accomplished in this year. I do feel like this is a year where a lot of soulmates are going to connect. Now, you can believe it or not believe it, right? Because sometimes I can't believe it until I see it. Okay. I mean, you know, that's fine. But I feel like the Empress is the opposite of that. Like I feel it before it even comes in. So something's coming in here, remember, to bring you to the Nine of Cups, some type of fulfillment of wishes. Temperance has asked you for patience, but I feel like Temperance is also saying, now it's movement time. I feel like, where'd the Chariot go? I know I saw the Chariot. I don't know where it went. Maybe I didn't see the Chariot. But we don't need to see the Chariot because this is telling us that things are moving very quickly now. So I feel like, I don't know. I feel like I can't talk someone into anything, and I don't even want to talk you into anything. I want you to want your best life. The Empress is the devil? I don't know about that. All right. Who am I at? I'm at Aquarius. I feel like I want a completely different deck. Let's bring out the crystal vision. Capricorn. Right? No, wait. No, Aquarius. Aquarius. One of my favorite shows, Broadway shows. Dun, 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 dun. All right, Aquarius, what do you need to know? Hi, Empress of the Universe, dropping by to say hello. Thank you, my dear. Eight of Cups. Man, that seems to be like the energy. Eight of Cups, the clearing of the emotional house. 8, new beginning. Remember that. Self, allowing oneself to have a new beginning. The Knight of Pentacles. Hello. I love the Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles, and I have a feeling B-Pie is going to be like, But the Knight of Pentacles to me is like your guardian angel's energy, bringing something into the physical plane, into this lifetime. This is something that's meant to expand your world. This is something that can take root, you know, whatever it may be. And listen, I feel like once this night comes in, because this night is also about patience, right? It comes in at the right time, and the right time is the right time. Like when you're ready for it, it's the right time, right? When you can take this pentacle and create a garden from it, that's the right time. If I came in before that, well, you just might let this seed dry up and die. So, and I also feel in the Knight of Pentacles energy, it's not just one pentacle. It's like the way, right? The way to something that I want to create or something new. But then pentacles seem to continue to follow as long as I'm trusting. It's like signs, right? Trusting within the signs. If I'm not sure about a sign, ask your guides to resend the sign. Make it bigger. Make it so I can't ignore it. Look at this, the 8 of Pentacles. And then Hello, Temperance. Again, divine timing. You know, I feel collectively we're all about to move into a new chapter. Two energies of patience, two eights, the Eight of Cups, clearing of the emotional house. The Eight of Pentacles speaks about the willingness to go into, you know, first of all, I feel like it would be something that piques your interest and the willingness to go into something as the apprentice. And understanding that, you know, because it piques your interest, someday you will leave as the master teacher. Or let's look at it another way. If I'm willing to put my focus on whatever this night is bringing in, it does move to the Nine of Pentacles, which is financial success, you know, and it doesn't have to be financial success, but it's a sense of true independence. Like I feel independent. With the Hermit again. Some of you, one of these pentacles that the night is bringing in may come through the wisdom of another. We have the Five of Cups. Five of Cups is energy. It's where my focus is at again. I'm focusing on what I have lost, not what's yet to be gained, right? But once I understand that, because five, again, change, once I'm willing to make that change, at least start looking at life as like, you know what? Maybe there is more out there. And maybe that's all I need to say. Because you had such divine energy here that I kind of feel like maybe that's all you need to say. I'm willing. We have the Strength card. And then we have the Page of Swords. Okay. Page of Swords is probably you. But let's look at this. So we have the Strength card. First of all, we have we have Sagittarius, Virgo, Leo right here together. Strength card means that, first of all, the Strength card and 8 matched by or mirrored by the 8 of Cups up here. It's saying that whatever emotional turmoil that you're going through, how do I say this? I feel like I got to be delicate with my words. Okay. Let's talk about what the Strength card means. The Strength card talks about our inner demons. You know, it's the light and the dark within us. And the Strength card is about finding that balance, right? Understanding that, you know, I don't want, well, I have to understand that I have both. So does everybody. And I can't control their light. I can't control their dark, but I can control my own, right? 8 is always about self. You know, I feel like the Knight of Pentacles, like this is bringing a pentacle in, right? In divine timing, the right timing. Well, when is the right timing? Well, look at the 8s around it. When you're ready for it. You know, and then the Hermit below that. You've become wise. You're using these experiences as your wisdom instead of turning them into fear. The Five of Cups is the energy, again, of focusing on what I have lost. And what it's asking me to do is focus on what is yet to be gained. Temperance, again, divine timing, the controller of that. I feel like what it's saying here is there are some great things that want to enter into your life, but until I can clear some of this energy, I'm kind of at a standstill. I don't feel like this Knight of Pentacles goes away. It's just, it won't be the right time until it's the right time. If that makes sense. All right. Well, hello, Ace of Cups. and the Knight of Wands. You know, do I dare say that in the Eight of Cups, maybe I've been focusing on someone, maybe I've been like, oh, I just want their love, but they're not giving me their love. They're not being who I thought they would be. Okay, how much time am I going to give someone? Because I feel like, again, the Knight is waiting on you. Temperance, I feel like, is waiting. It's like the universe is waiting on you. It's waiting for you to move out of the Cups energy. Again, focusing on what I've lost. Think of the Eight of Pentacles right above that. It tells you whatever you put your focus on is what you're going to grow. You can even grow negativity. But the Eight of Cups is saying, don't do that. Clear that emotional house. Knight of Cups is saying, I'll tell you what I'm bringing in. I'm bringing in an ace. I'm bringing in the Ace of Cups. But I'm bringing it in a way that it takes root, or it potentially can. And then the Knight of Cups connected to, well, that's passion. That's desire. That's fast moving. Like, I don't even know how I could deny this. Could this be someone of your past? Well, I don't feel like this is someone of your past if it's if you don't have clarity over it. I kind of feel like this is talking about new. Now, it could be new, someone from your past, but again, I feel like I got to be careful because I feel like there's a few people where the person of your past is not the right person. But nonetheless, even if it's someone of the past, let's say coming back, they would be coming back in a much higher vibration. If they're not, it's not them. And I know that because of all the divine energy that's surrounding this ace. And then these eights are talking to you and asking you to clear this energy, if you can, which I know you can. And you will, I guess each in their own time. I feel like, just very quickly, I feel like part of the strength card, and I don't know why I'm picking this up, I feel like be careful of your words, right? Because your words are powerful, just as they're meant to be. Just like I was saying to be, make your words optimistic. And I know that's hard to say when you're in a negative pattern, right? But who can change that? I can change that. Okay, let's let that be. Sorry, B, I'm not picking on you. All right. Last, but certainly not least, Pisces. And I think for Pisces, we're going to bring out the Psychic Tarot again, but let me give it a couple good shuffles. And then I will answer a few questions. Is my connection still good, everyone? Can you hear me okay? Hi, Ella. Yeah, I did Virgo. Hi, Lisa. Okay, Pisces. And those who have missed her sign, I'll have replay on. So all you got to do is, give me like 20 minutes after we click off here, and I'll go right to it and timestamp them, and you can watch it. You can watch your sign. We have the Ace. Oh, I keep forgetting the camera. We have the Ace of Swords. Triumphant success. I'll take it. Partnerships and alliances. Interesting. I like how they're holding each other, right? They're not shaking hands. It's like, I got your back, you got my back. But then we do have conflict and defeat. However, it's mirrored by the Ace of Swords. So it's interesting because I feel like it's almost like the right person comes into your life at the right time. And I feel like this is also the ability to overcome whatever conflicts that you've been going through. Some of you may have been feeling defeated. I already know that by some of the comments. But again, I feel like there's energy out there that you may be connecting to. It's going to be offering some type of change for you. Let's keep going. Of course, the Chariot made its way back out. Emotional withdrawal, patience and planning. Deception and envy, but that's coming under the 5 of Swords. So some of you are dealing with someone who's just been untrustworthy. Now, I'm not saying someone is cheating. It could be the fact. And this is not, I'm not telling you anything you don't already know, right? Because you're already in that energy. And I know that because it's mirrored by the 8 of Cups. I feel like this 8 of Cups, there's a few things that we all need to look at as a collective that we're all getting. And maybe it's because it's the time of year. You know what I mean? So the clearing of that emotional house. This person is still kind of stuck in it, right? They're not walking away from it yet. Remember, not every cup needs cleared. I don't have to have clarity over every single cup that's spilled. Some of them are just free will, and it just was what it was. Others may have been a greater love, whatever it may be. I don't love that it's being mirrored by deception and envy. But look at this. Then we have the Chariot again. Card of Cancer. Emotional withdrawal, also a card of Cancer. But this is movement. And let's not forget, it's being mirrored by triumph and success, the Ace of Swords. I want to fill this block out. 3 sevens in a row. 7 is about spiritual completeness. So this may be the year that we are truly finding our spiritual selves. Well, hello, love begins. Okay. Do I think it's this person back here? I do not. I do not. Because I feel like there's someone that I have been with who has caused me nothing but hell, who has caused me sleepless nights, who walks out of the house, I can't trust where they're going. Do I want to continue to live that way? Do I? I don't. You know what I mean? So I feel like, I got to know when to hold them. I got to know when to show them. I got to know when to walk away. I got to know when to run. Run. Love begins. Right next to the Chariot. Let's just fill out the block and look at that. The Sun. First of all, anything done in the dark will come to the light. If there's anything or anyone coming towards you that is untrustworthy energy, you're going to see it, you're going to know it, you're going to feel it, and then you'll make a decision based on that. The Sun being mirrored by the Ace of Swords. How beautiful. And the Sun right next to the Ace of Cups. This Ace is coming completely in the light. And I love that the Chariot sits right before it because, number one, it's saying this year. This year. Now, it doesn't mean, and let's just put it this way, love begins. It doesn't mean that, boom, we get married this year. Maybe. But it is saying that love begins this year. And I'm really looking for current type energy, so I don't even think it's that far off. It could be some type of communication comes in. Look at that, the waiting game. The Tower. You know what? I feel like because they came out together, let me reshuffle these before I take, because I feel like a big block of them just have come together. So, but I wanted, okay. I was going to say, I want to take a few more. Look at this, the Fool, a new beginning. I mean, I love to see the Fool with the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Cups and the Sun. This is something you are going to have to take a chance in. But look what follows it. The Empress. For some of you, this could be someone you're starting a family with. Again, it can be blended families. And I'm talking love because the Ace of Cups is putting me in that energy. The Fool. Am I going to allow myself to take a chance? Or am I going to say no? The Empress. Remember, through her lifetime, what she has learned is not to close down her heart, not to be hard and cold, right? Why? Because she's learned that she doesn't need to be. Doesn't mean that she doesn't stand her ground. Doesn't mean that she's not powerful. Oh, she is the powerful one. She is very powerful. She is constantly receiving epiphanies. And she's really learning to put them into place, right? Because the more I trust my energy, the more I understand the power I have within that and the creating within that. You know, I don't know who this Ace of Cups is, but I know this Ace of Cups is worth taking a chance. I just know that. And for some of you, it could even start with like some type of collaboration. You know, like I'm out there looking for someone to help me with this. And lo and behold, this may just be the person that I fall in love with and falls in love with me. One more. Foundation and achievements. You know, I feel like everything brings us back to our own foundation. And the stronger we are within our own foundation, the stronger, or let's say, the more productive our life will be. I feel like this Ace of Cups comes in whether you want it or not. Again, the Fool says it's up to you if you're going to take a chance. The Fool is coming over the Eight of Cups, so it's almost like if I don't clear up that emotional house, or another way of saying that is I don't allow the past, you know, because not everyone, again, can love me in the way that I feel that I need love. But that doesn't mean that someone isn't out there who can. And sometimes you do have, you know, sometimes we go through the dark night of the soul, you know, as it relates to love, but we learn so much. The one thing we learn is what we do not want. And if we do not want it and we're in the Empress's energy and it comes towards us, our alarm system will go off. And that's good enough. It's almost like they can't even get to us because our alarm system will push them away. Okay. Phew, that was a lot of reading. But let's finish this by just, you know, I'm happy to answer some of your questions, you know, but keep them like questions that I can answer pretty quickly, if you know what I mean. And I don't have a time delay on, so if I miss you, I'm sorry, you know, but because this is, you guys are saying the audio is good and the visual is good, then I'm going to do a lot more of these. So if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. And if you subscribe, make sure you hit that bell because that's the only way you'll get the notification. You know, YouTube is not good at notifying subscribers. And sometimes they even unsubscribe subscribers. It's crazy. So I'm just getting this ready. All right. Let me pull up my phone. That dinging is my phone, by the way. So I just want to go back real quick. Kimberly, you're from London. I love that you're from London. I love London. I think that I'm the empath. Thank you. I feel like I'm the empath too. I know that I am. Scorpio, yes, I did Scorpio. Sassy lady, you're very, very welcome. 8 is your number. Thanks for guidance. I love you, boo. Thank you. Hope my finance. I'm looking at Elder right now, hope my finances going up. Trying to start a business project and totally in fear. So tight in my economies. It will really be a leap of faith. Still need to decide if I should take that risk. Well, let's ask that. So, Alba, this is for you. Should you take that risk? I don't even know if you're still here, but should Alba take that risk? As it relates to creating that business, what's in her soul, what's in her heart. All right, we got a big block, but we're going to take them. Well, hello, spiritual, our material and spiritual prosperity. Memories of love, 2 6s back to back. Spirit strength. I feel like what that's saying for you, Alda, right off the bat is I do feel like you'll be successful, and I feel like it's because you've come a long way. And I also feel like your spiritual team is like trying to create the way for you, like the path, I'm picturing like someone going out with a sickle and clearing a path through the woods. All right, we have shadow and we have conflict and defeat. So I feel like you've been through the 5 of swords here, right? Like you probably have had some challenges that have come up, but I feel like these challenges, interesting that the moon, which says shadow, is coming before that, but your first card does speak about material and spiritual prosperity. So I know it can be, and it's connected to spiritual strength. So I know it can be. And I also feel like the 6 of Cups is speaking about what's in your soul. Like, I feel like it is what you want to create, and it may be something that had been on the back burner, but bringing it to light. Does it, with the conflict and defeat, does that mean that everything will be hunky dory, everything will be fine? Well, I feel like first of all, I feel like this 5 is able to end. I want to follow that. Look at that, your intuition. So that's what I felt with this 5, because I felt like, yes, there were probably some challenges that were in place, but overcoming them is part of what helps you grow. Or look at that if there's any future challenges, don't be blocked by them. Be like, okay, well, these challenges are here to help me to expand. They're only going to help me when it relates to my business. So your intuition is 9/10 of the law here. I feel like definitely it's saying success. I'm looking at a 9. It's reminding me of the 9 of Pentacles, which is successful self-employment. Look at that. I just wanted to take one more. Passion ignited. This is action. It takes your action, right? But it is your passion that drives this train. So I feel like try to let go of the fear. And maybe it means taking things slow, putting plans in place, however you need to do it. But I do feel like it just feels meant to be. Doesn't mean it has to be. Because, let's say your soul decides now, I don't want to, I can't overcome these, I feel like I can't overcome these conflicts. Well, there'll be another path that'll open up for you. But this one seems to be part of your heart's desire. So your intuition, your higher self is here to help guide you. But this ace This is the one ace that asks you to reach out, right? Because it is of action, but also your desire. So I feel good about it. Let's just keep that there. You're welcome, Kimberly. From the UK. I have so many people from the UK. No, what's that song? You haven't heard my voice in a while, Michael. Aries. Aries had a good one. Adela, thank you. Have to go. Okay, I said goodbye. Mystic Muse, 52. You're too old. Well, I'm 11 years older than you. So you're not too old. Evan, what sign is she doing? I'm doing all the signs. Or I did all the signs. Yep, that's it, Jim. I get knocked down, but I get up again. All right. Okay, I'm just seeing if anybody else has any questions. Dun, dun, dun. Sorry, guys. I'm moving slow. I know it. Thank you, Alda. Have a good day. Hi, Broken for Bliss. Hi, Danny. All right, Danny. Do you think my gem twin will move forward with our relationships? All right. So I'm assuming you're talking about twin flame. Do I feel? Let me make sure let me reread that. Where are we at? Do I think that your gem twin will move forward with your relationship? All right, let's ask. So, Annie, her Gemini going to come through? They're going to move forward with this relationship. Is it good for her to move forward with this relationship? I'm assuming it's a he, Danny. Just because of the way your name is spelled. We're going to shuffle. So, is Gemini any intentions of moving forward with this relationship with Danny? Is there any intentions there? Or what are the intentions? Okay, well, a lot came out. All right, temptation. Movement, choices, decisions. Discontentment, boredom. I feel like this is you, Danny, and I feel like you're tired of waiting. I feel like, for some reason, I feel like your life doesn't feel fulfilled emotionally. We have solitude. And then we have wisdom, the Hierophant. So we have Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus here. But the Hierophant with choices, decisions, and movement above it. You know, that tells me if this is something that is moving forward, it's going to move forward in the light. There's a 9 before that. So like it is a long period of reflection. I feel like what you need to be careful of is that you're not like in this like waiting stage of it's either you or, like I stop getting excited about my life, waiting for you to make a decision. I do feel like a decision is going to be made. But, doesn't always mean it has to be through them. Sometimes I'm tired of waiting. And sometimes that being tired of waiting can help another be like, oh, I don't want to lose Danny. All right, obstacles and challenges. A 5 and a 4 is equaling a 9. You have 2 5s here. Patience and planning. And then look at this. Love begins. Okay, so Danny, first of all, love begins. The Ace of Cups is coming under the Hierophant. I love that. So I feel like, I definitely feel like there are issues that the two of you either needed to work out or still need to work out. Because I do feel like there's obstacles and challenges that are before the two of you. But maybe that's exactly what your soul intended, right? We wanted to learn from each other. What I want to say is, this Ace of Cups, it is love, and it is love for you. But it doesn't always necessarily mean it's the person that I want it to be, or I thought it was going to be. But what it is doing is helping to comfort your heart, knowing that you will have great love. And I do feel like the Ace of Cups is great love, especially when it's connected to the Hierophant. But right now, the only thing I don't love here, Danny, is the 4 of Cups with temptation. Because I feel like it's saying, just be careful that you don't put your life on hold, waiting for another to make a decision. Like, if someone wants to be with me, then be with me. Now, I say that, but then I think about Sam and I, and it took 5 years for us to come together. We really, truly worked out our issues, but it was over a telephone. We lived in different states. And I say issues, but, we knew each other when we were teenagers, and then 40 years went by where we dated, and we fell in love as teenagers. But then we went our separate ways, and 40 years later, he picked up the phone and called me out of the blue, and now I'm actually living in his house. So you never know what's going to happen, because did I ever think that was going to happen? No. But that doesn't guarantee, that didn't guarantee me that I could immediately move in, like we could immediately just move back into love, right? Because there were life issues that both of us have been through individually that we were starting to put on the other, and thank God we had the clarity of mind to see that. So I don't know. Like this is saying, don't give up hope on love, no matter who this may be. But let's take another one. Let's fill out this block. We have the interesting foundation and achievements, another 4. 2 5s right here, and now 2 4s are mirroring each other. First and foremost, I hate to keep saying this, but our own foundation needs to be strong. That's how we can guarantee ourselves that love has the potential of lasting forever, right? If my foundation's not strong, how good could I be in a relationship? And vice versa. If their foundation isn't strong, maybe your twin is, in some lower energy right now and has to find their way out. We can't control that. That's their free will. But I want to go right across the spread. Okay, 8 of Swords. Don't love that. But look at this. And then the 9. You know what I feel like it's saying, Danny? I feel like definitely the potential is there. But I feel like right now your twin is going through some energy that they need to clear. And I feel like you can't control that. So don't sit and wait Keep moving forward. Keep expanding your life. Because remember, when your vibration lifts, especially if they are a twin, they, within their soul, they know to be with you, then I must be of a certain vibration. Otherwise, they'll say no to me. And I mean, your twin to you. So I feel like there's a couple things going on. First of all, I feel like the fear factor may even lie on your twin side. Like, can I be all that Danny needs me to be? Can I break free from these temptations, these lower energies that seem to want to pull me in? And only your twin can overcome that. But then the Nine of Cups there. So I feel like it's saying potentially, because again, free will, we cannot determine someone else's free will. We can't, like, this person has to break themselves free. We can't break them free from the Eight of Swords. They have to break themselves free. And then if they're able to do that, I feel like, yes, it's saying your wishes are fulfilled. But I also want to say, Danny, I feel like your guides want me to say, even let's say that this doesn't come together, doesn't mean that there's not love on your path. There is love on your path, and great love. So keep that part of you open, right? Yes, I hope it's going to be my twin, but listen, if they can't clear their energy, well, I don't know. Someone else can. So I'll leave that there. But I feel like your guides wanted you to know that, like, it's not like I'll either have love if my twin frees herself, or I won't have love. No, your guides are saying the opposite. You're going to have love in your life. And it's interesting how the Ace of Cups came at the bottom. So maybe it's some clarity, right? And then also, Four of Cups is discontentment and boredom in one's own life. But in the same breath, it's saying, use your spiritual discernment. Like, should I continue to stay in this energy, or should I just move forward? Okay. You're welcome. The girl, the gem is all male hunk. I remember your story. We live in different states too. We knew each other's kids. There you go. I feel like a lot of people who are drawn to my channel, we have very similar stories. And I feel like that's great because we can help each other, right? Like, some people think, like my story, where out of the blue, I mean, literally out of the blue, my life changed just from a phone call. So, and was I expecting it? No, not at all. I was just living my life. So anyway, you're welcome, Elda. All right, I'm just looking back. Patrick, you've never had a reading. You're a Capricorn, Aries, Capricorn. So Capricorn sun, I'm assuming, Aries rise or Aries moon, and Capricorn rising. Well, let's do a reading for you. Let's just see. Let's just ask what the universe wants you to know. This is for Patrick, if you're still here. But even if you're not here, hopefully you'll catch it in replay. Patrick. You're seeking a message, and a message you shall receive. All right. We're using the Gilded Tarot. And I'm just going to shuffle. And again, this is... Oh, sorry, that was my phone. The Hangman tells me something is in a state of pause right now. Again, though, well, let's see what comes next to the Hangman, because his body is kind of moving towards whatever coming next. So let's look. But the Hangman really is seeking wisdom on his next steps. That's ultimately what the Hangman is doing. I feel like the Hangman's trying to connect above to below. Look at this, Patrick. We have the Ace of Pentacles. Beautiful. And then we have the Empress. Now, I know you're a guy, but that doesn't matter, because we all carry masculine and feminine energy. This is the feminine energy. This talks about your creativity. Patrick, I feel like this Ace is coming in. It is coming in. Interesting that the Hangman is first, though, right? Because it's a pause in the action. But then the Ace of Cups or the Ace of Pentacles comes in, I feel like at the right time. Again, this Pentacles is something that can expand your world. I feel like your epiphanies, your ideas, your thoughts, like you can really use them to create abundance for yourself. Let's talk about the Empress in her energy. Staying loving, staying nurturing, but powerful and strong at the same time. A lot of experience, seeking wisdom, what to do next. And then the Ace of Pentacles just feels like there's your answer. It's giving you, like, I'm ready for something, and the universe supplies it. So let's go below that. Well, Patrick, that would explain the Hangman. I was just reading your one comment where you've been deep in the upheaval of your soul, but you've been feeling stagnant. Well, that would be the Hangman. But the Ace of Pentacles tells you that there's something, there's some type of change coming. Judgment. This is your spiritual team. This is a call to the present moment, first and foremost. This is saying that this Ace is coming soon, and you need to be present to receive it. What does that mean? Well, maybe my mind needs to be clear. I need to recognize it. And if I don't recognize it, if I think maybe, is that Ace for me? I'm not sure. Ask for them. Ask your guides because your guides are right here. Ask them to send it again, to make it clear, to give you a message like, what am I to do with this Ace? It's coming from your creative house. It's to allow that creativity to flow. I know that. So to the present moment, please, first and foremost, but it's about having a rebirth in one's life. So this Ace is even more important than what we thought. So let's continue. We have the Page of Pentacles. It makes me feel like you've been on a path of knowledge, gaining knowledge, and it can even mean like through your physical experience, in this physical world, through your experiences, you've gained a lot of knowledge. You're ready to take this Ace and really put it in place. I love the Page of Pentacles with the Ace of Pentacles. First of all, if this is anything that I went to school for, or that I put on a back burner, it's time to bring it back to the front. And then the Four of Cups, you got to be active within your own life. We keep seeing this Four of Cups. So this is discontentment and boredom within one's life. But keep your intentions clear that you still want better. You want to expand your soul. And I feel like you already do that, because I feel like the universe is really listening to you. But you do need to be proactive. If you look at the Four of Cups again, they are being handed a cup, right? And I have to feel it's being handed, it's from the hand of God. I know some disagree with me, and that's fine. You don't have to agree with me. But I do feel that. So I feel like it's like a blessing, right? This Ace of Pentacles feels like a blessing for you. But then it's up to you to either take action or no action. I'm not really worried about you here. I feel like the Four of Cups with the Hangman is just talking about the energy you've been in. And I feel like the Ace of Pentacles with the Empress is talking about the energy you have the ability, let's say, to move into. And by the way, the Page of Pentacles is telling me that you have a lot of the knowledge to really make this Ace of Pentacles successful, whatever that ace may be for you. Like, you remember that ace, when the Ace of Pentacles comes in, it has roots attached to it. And that means it's something that you can grow, but you have to nurture it. And the Empress is perfect at that, right? Nurturing my own garden so that I can have a plentiful harvest in the fall. I can't do that if I don't nurture my seeds. Let's go right down the middle. Queen of Swords could talk about your voice, your truth, bringing your truth to the world and trusting in your own voice, your own words. I have a feeling it's connected to your voice. So, okay, I feel like Patrick, you've just been in a stagnant, like you said, period. But it's not for nothing. Remember, when the Hangman's hanging there, he's not just hanging there for nothing. He is looking for wisdom. He wants to know, like, what are my next steps? And then Judgment shows your spiritual team. They're here to show you, but they're saying that the signs will be here in the present moment. So you need to be present, right? Present of mind. Okay, I hope that helped, Patrick. I'm so happy I could give you your first reading. Hi, Stephanie. Hi, Karen. All right, Karen. Which month do you see my new property? Wait, let me read this again. This is for Karen Willis. Which month do you see my new property come up and the move and better finances, etc.? Okay, that's too many questions. Because it's confusing. I want to say it's confusing my mind. I'm not confused. It's just that I feel like we need to focus on not everything. Let's just see. Let me reread this. What month do you see my new property come up and the move and better finances, etc., and meeting my soulmate / twin flame? I'm a Taurus on the cusp of Aries. My best friend is an Aries, third, not sure. Wow. Oh, sorry. That was just my phone. It's bringing the Troy dreams. Okay. So, we want to know about your property or win the property. Can I give you an exact month? The exact month? I don't know. Let's see. But beyond that, you also want to know when you'll be meeting a soulmate or a twin. And I'm kind of leaving that open to divine to speak about whatever, the questions are out there. Let's shuffle. Whoa. Well, the Fool. I like that a lot, Karen. The Fool is, it means you're about to take an adventure. It's free and clear energy, right? It's not about the past. It's about the present and the potential of what can be. I love seeing the Fool as the first card. Judgment. Present moment. Rebirth. And then the Hermit, maybe September. Maybe that's what it's saying, September. That's the card of Virgo. Because you have the Fool mirrored by the Hermit, with Judgment right in between. This is June. Yes, September can seem so far away, right? But I feel like it's calling you to the present moment. Maybe there's elements that need you so that the rest can take place. But I feel like, I don't know why, I feel like the Hermit is talking September. The Fool is talking something new. Let's keep going. We have the Two Swords. We have the Palace of Swords. I like that. And then we have the Ten of Wands. Interesting, because the Ten of Wands is being mirrored by the Two of Swords over here. Ten of Wands, I feel like you're saying to yourself, I've taken just about as much as I can take, right? I just want things to work, right? Ten of Wands, it does speak about a period of time of heavy responsibilities, but it does ask for it to end, right? Like, I need to look at that and ask myself, am I someone who takes on other people's responsibilities and my own? You know what I mean? So I feel like this wants to come to an end. So the hardship wants to come to an end, but it's being met by the Two of Swords. Two Swords, I'm wearing a blindfold. So that just means there's something that I may not want to face. What it is, I'm not sure yet. And maybe only but I feel like taking the blindfold off, because I feel like when we wear a blindfold, and it's only a 2, by the way, so I don't feel like this is impossible energy. It's not the 8. It's not a self-created prison. It's just something I don't want to face, because maybe I feel like if I face it, I don't know. Whatever that may be for you. And I feel like this palace is speaking about potentially your property, because that's what I feel like with the palace is. It's like ultimately where I want to be. So I feel like, let's just say September for that. A blindfold needs to come off, and let's move forward and maybe ask a little bit about, okay, well, what about love? Let's talk about love, baby. Let's talk about you and me, the sun. Card Leo, first of all, ruler of Leo. This is illumination. You don't need that blindfold. You don't need it. So I feel like there's something small that you do have to face, and it may be putting an end to something where everything seems to end up on your shoulders, clearing that energy. And then the sun, brand new day. It's like living through your inner child. We have the moon. Interesting how we keep getting the sun and moon side by side. Well, this not always side by side, but like in a lot of readings. We have the Nine of Wands coming under the Ten of Wands. It kind of makes me know now what this blindfold is. And I have a feeling what it's saying is, the Nine of Wands talks about reflection back, right? I need to reflect back. I need to know my own responsibility within my life and my situations, and in the good ones and in the ones that maybe were, I could have, again, I don't know. It's just, you need to know yourself. And it does seem like it's been a period of time of heavy responsibilities, but now that wants to change. But you let it, right? When I see the Nine of Wands, I think of the Spirit Warrior, much like the Strength card, because this person was willing to take that hard look at oneself, willing to take off that blindfold. And I have a feeling, let's see what else. Let's look at that. I just had a feeling once that blindfold was off, an interesting card of Gemini, but the Lovers and the Seven of Cups. You know why you need that blindfold off also? First of all, your property, I feel like potentially September. And I feel like it's a very good thing. I feel like it's a brand new start for you. It is coming out of the sun's energy. There's nothing you need to fear there. No blindfolds need to be put on here. And then the lovers. Hello. And then it puts the ball in your court with the Seven of Cups. You're the one who makes a decision whether you're going to take that cup or not. Well, I feel like you just need to be ready, right? And this reflection here and taking that blindfold off here opens everything up for you. You know, sometimes when we're looking for really great love, we need to be able to handle that, right? Can I give that? Because if I can't give that, how can I expect it back? You know what I mean? Or I could fear love. And I'm fearing love because of past love, right? But I have to let that go because the full, free and clear, especially next to judgment, I need you in the present moment. Why? Because there's about to be a rebirth. So interesting where I said bring it down to one question, but this covered both your questions for you. So I feel like your property, that energy seems really important. And then I feel like that may be when love begins. But bottom line is it's put in your court, right? You decide, right? So this person shows and then you decide. That's why the blindfold's got to come off because, you know, you want to see everything. You want to feel everything. And the sun is here. So there is no need for that blindfold. Complete illumination. I feel like there's nothing to fear with this person. You know, could it be a twin? It could be a twin. But don't even worry about that, right? It's just love. It's love. And when we can love from the highest form, well, then that's the type of love we're going to get back. And listen, if we don't get it back, we know it very quickly. So I feel like both your questions were answered there. Even a potential time period. Now, don't hold me to September. But it's like, it's interesting. I didn't feel the energy of the Hermit. I felt it more of a time. So, all right, let's put those up there. Okay, sorry, that was my phone again. Oh, good, Patrick. What she's on the cups off. I don't know what you mean, Karen. What she on the cups off? I don't know what that means. Patty, hello. I've watched and resonated with your readings. Thank you, Patty. I've never participated in a reading before and would be honored if you would read for me. You've been a huge part of my healing. Oh, thank you. My pleasure. Truly my pleasure. So, yes, I will certainly read for you. Thanks, Danny, for being here. I know you got to go. Real quick. Hi, Tina. I haven't seen you in forever. Hi, Stephanie. Hi, Juanita. Tara. SS. Starlight Dreamer. Hello. And Lisa. Okay. Where was I at? Patty. All right, okay, reading for, I'd be honored if you would read for me. Okay, so we're just doing a general for you, Patty. What do your guides want you to know? I'm going to use the Luminous Tarot. Oh my God, it's 4 o'clock already? Holy crap. I've been on here for a couple hours. All right, Patty. We have the Moon. Card of Pisces, ruler of Cancer. The Moon can be uncertainty. It's also very dreamy type energy. It's interesting, like nothing wants to... Okay. We have the Hierophant, card of Taurus. A Hierophant's about your belief system, your faith. Is it intact? Do you still believe in miracles, even if you can't see them? It's funny with this Hierophant, I see the keys. It's like the keys to the kingdom are right there. But the moon kind of is casting a little bit of shadows around it. We have the Five of Swords. I feel like, Patty, what that's saying is there's some type of toxic energy around you. We have the Ace of Pentacles. We'll take it all day long. We have the Death card. So, closing of one door so that another door can open. Well, this door has to do with an Ace of Pentacles. And look what comes next to that. The Star. This is about your dreams. Literally coming true. Doesn't always mean they're coming true in the exact way that I picture it. But the opportunity for dreams to come true are here. This Five of Swords, Patty, I feel like is important to deal with because of the Death card here. The Death card says that there is a door that needs to be closed, but it is so another door can open. And that new door has the Ace of Pentacles there. This Ace of Pentacles, I've been talking about it all day. This is something that can take root. This is something that can last the rest of your life, can last for eternity. It can be work that outlast you and your life. It can be all of the above. It's meant for you and it's meant to expand your world. But I do feel like one requirement is that one door needs to be shut. And that door is whatever you feel has been toxic to your growth, especially with the Hierophant right next to that. Who has, have I taken on someone else's belief system or limited belief system instead of my own? The Star is bringing you back to your dreams, your wishes, and manifesting them. That's what this Ace of Pentacles is. So I feel like, Patty, what it's saying is, first of all, it's beautiful. But even with beauty, like there's different things we still have to get through. Fives, again, ask for change. So I have to know what this toxicity is. It's funny because it's mirrored by the moon. So it could be, I could be uncertain, but I don't think you are. You know what I mean? And it doesn't even have to be something that's major. Sometimes the Five of Swords is our own thought system. Like we stop believing in our dreams. We stop believing that we could manifest that type of dream. But your spiritual team is saying it's the opposite, my dear, because the Ace of Pentacles being mirrored by the Star, not only is it talking about your dreams, but it's giving you the way. It's giving you the way. When? Well, the moon kind of puts like a little shadow there. Not sure. But the Death card feels like as soon as I close one door, the next door opens. So, that looks very good, Patty. Okay. Tina, is your dream about to happen? Wow, what card should I use? Choose the Light Seers. I feel like the Light Seers is a very optimistic deck. Doesn't mean that the same cards aren't in it. I just feel like you're able to read them in a much more optimistic way, which is, I feel like, the way that we're meant to be. So, Tina, is her dream about to come true? I missed you, Tina. We miss you. Tina was part of our membership, and I don't even know if I hope you don't mind me saying that, but had to stop for a while. And this is what we do in the membership group. You guys ask questions and I answer them. That's what the membership is. So anyway, I missed you, Tina. All right. Is Tina's dream about to come true? Did I cut these? I don't think I did. Even if I did, we're giving them another one. Guys, I can only take a few more questions. I had no clue that it was already almost 4:30. Look at this, Tina, the Fool. Temperance. Wow. Divine timing. But the Fool is calling you to the present moment, right? Queen of Pentacles. I often feel she's our psychic queen. Like she picks up those details that other people might just skim right over. At this, the Ace of Swords coming under the Fool. Tina, I have a feeling that a dream is coming true. We have the Seven of Swords. Interesting. We have the Page of Wands. And then we have the Knight of Swords. Okay, let's look at this. First of all, the Fool is brand new energy, right? Free and clear. I'm willing to take a chance. I take a leap of faith. And that's what it is. It's a leap of faith. But Temperance being right next to the Fool, I mean, to me, that's like, it's like harmony, right? It is about patience, to allow things to come to full fruition. But there's a reason why the Seven of Swords under there, I feel like you must have been dealing with some type of untrustworthy energy or energy that, you just weren't certain about. And maybe that energy needed to be cleared because I feel like this Knight is kind of out of there. Now, I feel like this is more energy than a person, but I feel like it's taking, like, it's out of here. And then the Page of Pentacles, the Page of Wands. I always call my Fool because this page takes a chance. So I feel like something is about to happen. This Ace of Swords underneath the Fool, some type of communication is coming your way. It's divinely timed. This Queen, she feels like she's in a meditative state, so I almost feel it. Again, I feel it before it arrives. Page of Wands, I have no doubt that you're gung-ho for this. I just want to look at, all right, Page of Swords. I just wanted to look at this Seven of Swords a little bit more. And then the Queen of Swords. So I feel like this is someone's growth, right? From the Page to the Queen. Male, female, doesn't even matter. This is someone who does receive epiphanies. And I like that the Queen of Swords, like her sword is down. She's not in any type of defensive mode. She's looking out at her future, at all that can be. So I feel like, some energy that you've been clearing was some type of energy that, you couldn't count on 100%. But I feel like that's changing. There's some dream coming true. Something's coming true. And it is, it's being controlled by divine timing. And some people don't like that. Like, what do you mean? I don't have control over it. Well, you do. The sooner I can be the Fool, which means that I don't allow my past to have a negative influence to my present life or even the potential of what can be. Like the Fool's like, let me at it. I'm ready. I'm ready. Put me in, coach. And so the coach puts you in. So, Tina, I feel like the answer is yes. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Hi, Juanita. Oh, you're so welcome, Patrick. Thank you. You're awesome. Tara. Hi, Tara. Do I see any upcoming... Oh, wait. Do I see your upcoming move going smoothly? Very seldom does move goes smoothly, but I feel like I want to use crystal vision. And by the way, for those who just recently got on here, I do have live replay on. So you know, if you missed your sign, your moon, your rising, or anyone you're interested in, I feel like there's a card in reverse. You can go back and watch it. Also, I want to let you know, because I really was checking out my camera to see how well I could do live, you know, because I'm kind of out in the country. But everyone, oh, look at that. So it was in reverse. Interesting. And it's the 9 of Pentacles. I like that. I like it a lot. That's success. Four Swords. Kind of showed in reverse, though. You know, it feels like, you know, you've been through a period of time. Whoa. And look at that, the 6 of Cups. You wouldn't happen to be moving back home, would you? Or back to a place where you at one time had happy memories? I feel like no matter what, this all looks so good. I feel like wherever you're moving to, I feel like it it's going to balance you. Like, I feel a lot of joy there. Not that you don't have joy now, but I don't know. I just feel like there's a different energy. Well, hello, 2 of Cups. Soulmate. Three Cups, a reason to celebrate. Interesting, connected to a soulmate. And then the Hierophant, card of Taurus. But again, about your belief. We just keep seeing the same cards. It's interesting. Interesting that the Hierophant's mirroring this 2 of Cups. So, first of all, you're asking about a move. You're not even asking about love. But I feel like this is talking about a soulmate. Now, it doesn't have to mean soulmate love. Maybe it's just like you're moving to a place where there's a lot of soulmate type of people, like your friends are soulmates. Because I do feel that in the 3 of Cups. I feel like whoever I'm celebrating with in this energy are the most important people in my life. They're the ones I'd want to celebrate with. So I do feel like there is an opportunity for you to celebrate. And that's a good thing. And I feel like, yes, I feel like your move is going to go. It's interesting how I said moves normally don't go too smoothly, but even the move, I feel like the move is going to go. I can't guarantee you like there's no challenges, but I feel like ultimately where you land, it feels just so right. It just feels right. It just feels right. And, you know, here's a whether that be love, or whether that be friendship, or whether that be all of that. I feel like, you know, it's interesting because maybe up to this move, things have been difficult, but man, I feel like your life is changing in the best of ways. So I would say no fear there, my dear. Okay. Juanita, card said that you may potentially be having a baby. This year or next year. What cards do I want to read for that? I think I'm going to use the Gilded Tarot. One of the cards I am going to look for is the Empress. Now, the Empress may not come out, but I'm looking for it. Let's give him a cut. By the way, I like to do a cut between every reading. I just feel like what it does is it closes the energy to the last to give us free and clear energy for the next. Okay, so Juanita. About a baby. King of Cups. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Doesn't have to be. Page of Swords. The Tower. I have a feeling, Juanita, I don't know if you've had a miscarriage in the past. And by the way, I am not predicting in any way at all that one is in the future. But I do feel like this Tower is talking about, because we're asking about a baby, I feel like this is talking about, maybe I had my hopes up and something, and it didn't come through. Or, well, let's just keep going. It's interesting because all of a sudden I'm looking at this page and I'm feeling this page is a baby. So if it's a baby and it's swords, that would make it, well, what are we in? We're in Gemini right now. So the next air, well, Gemini is air. Well, you would know if you're pregnant. Libra, and then Aquarius. So who knows? We have the 10 of Swords, but then we have the Emperor, the Father. The Father. You definitely dealt with something, Juanita, that was not easy to get through. 10 of Swords does feel like a repeat pattern, right? It's dagger after dagger after dagger in my back. I don't know why it's coming from this king. But this king is mirrored by the Tower. We have the 8 of Pentacles. I feel like as long as you're working at it, I feel like you're going to have a baby, as long as you are working at it. Now, I feel like what I want to do is I want to come back up here for a second, and I want to look at this king with the Death card, but then it's a rebirth. I feel like you might have had some problems in pregnancy, but nonetheless, it is talking about a rebirth. Also, the energy of Scorpio, or it's Scorpio's card, coming over a king. Look at this, we have the Fool. I do feel like you're going to get pregnant again. And it's interesting because I feel like we have the father figure right here. And it's interesting that the Fool, can often represent like, someone brand new, like a brand new bouncing baby boy or girl. Because this page feels like it is your baby. I feel like the one thing you want to do, maybe to help you, or help your chances, is stress. And even the hardships of the past, because I feel like that can be a hindrance to you becoming pregnant. I feel like you have the ability to be pregnant. It's interesting because normally I won't even do pregnancy questions, but I didn't even think about it and I just did it. I have the 3 of Swords over that Tower. But then we have the Hierophant. Man, I feel like you had a miscarriage. I feel like something happened that broke your heart, no doubt. But in the same breath, I feel like this is about new. This is about what is yet to be. I do feel like you're going to have a baby. Are you going to have the baby this year? Queen of Swords, a Nine of Wands. Well, 9. First of all, I feel like that 9 is representing you carrying a baby full term. It's not really telling me, or I'm not really picking up whether it's this year or next year, but I am picking up that the potential you have, I can't guarantee it, right? I just can't. But I feel like the potential is good. I do feel like you did suffer some type of loss. And I do feel like that energy does need to be cleared. And I know it's easier said than done, but it does serve you, right? Because, if I'm carrying a lot of angst around, I don't know, somehow I feel like that affects my chances. So I feel like, that 9, first of all, I feel like you're carrying something full term or a baby. I know what. And I love that the Hierophant is, you could talk about Taurus's energy, maybe it is in Taurus's energy that you end up having a baby. So maybe it is, well, that would make it next year though. But of course, it would have to be next year unless you're pregnant right now. So I feel like the potential of having a baby is great. Exactly when, this year, next year, I kind of feel like it's next year. But in the same breath, I feel like it's just kind of meant to be. Like, I'm just going to say next year. Let me leave it there. All right, guys. I can't stay on much longer. I hate leaving when there's questions, but I want you to know that I'm going to do this often now. So, and I think the next time I come on live, I'm only going to come on and answer your questions. I won't even do like any other readings with it. I'll just answer your questions. Make sure you subscribe and make sure you hit that bell. Because I didn't leave a comment for my subscribers. I just went live. Hi, Tobiah. All right. All right. I think I'm only going to do one more, and I'm sorry, but maybe I'll come back on later on tonight. Because it's almost 5 o'clock and I really have to go. But I do want to do, where am I at? Starlight Dreamer. Do you have anything special coming ahead? I feel like yes already. Like intuitively, I'm picking up yes. I want to shuffle these pretty good. All right. Starlight. Do you have anything coming ahead? All right, with 5 of Cups. 5 of Cups, it calls itself emotional loss in this deck. But it really is where my focus is at. This is where I'm focusing more on what I've lost versus what is yet to be. Temperance. Funny because when I was shuffling the cards, Temperance came out. Patience, though. Patience with good reason. Just means divine timing is in play in your lifetime. Look at this. The Star, your hopes, your dreams, your wishes. Seven of Swords popped out. Well, it didn't pop out. It reversed itself in the deck. But it's coming over that emotional loss, that 5 of Cups. I feel like, first of all, I feel like there's energy of the past that, wasn't the kindest to you, let's just say. Wasn't the greatest of maybe even what I expected. But that does feel like it's the past. And I feel like in the past is where I need to leave it. because your dreams are right here, right? And connected right to divine. Don't let anybody take them from you. We have foundation and achievements. Beautiful. And then we have awareness. Awareness. First of all, I have to say, awareness being mirrored by the Seven of Swords, like, this says deception and envy. If anything like that comes towards you, you're going to know it. It's going to set off your chakra. You're just going to know it. I feel like you're on a course to manifesting some type of dream, whether you even, sometimes we do it subconsciously, but I feel like, yes, there is something that's opening for you, and it is something that I feel like it is very, very good. And I'm seeing this rainbow behind the house. Like, there's our rainbow. There's the rainbow at the end of the tunnel. I feel like you're reaching the end of the tunnel here. I do feel like it came with some loss, or some, let's just say again, the past maybe hasn't treated you as well as the future is going to treat you. But your awareness is everything over this. Memories of love, Six of Cups, and then partnerships and alliances. Hello. You may be connecting with someone that you already know, but this was someone that you would have good memories of. It doesn't always have to mean someone way back from my past. It just means that, and it doesn't even have to be a person. The partnerships and alliances that is there right next to it. So I feel like it's the connection. And I feel like once this connection happens, it's like the Big Bang Theory. Once that connection happens, it's like everything starts rolling. Everything takes its place and everything just opens for you. Don't forget, this all sounds beautiful and great, right? But we have to look at all of it. So, the 5 says change. I don't want to focus on what I lost. I want to keep my focus on what is yet to be. Even if it's something of old, it still would be of a new vibration. So that looks very good. All right, guys, I hate to cut you off. Truly, I hate it. I want to answer all your questions. I could do this all day long, but Sam has dinner ready, so I must cut it off. Oh, good. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Good. Oh, good, Tina. We'd love to have you back. Hi, Dawn. Oh man, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, Dawn. I gotta go. I love what I see. I have like what four of the members here right now. So I love seeing you guys. I'm sorry. You know what I'm gonna do? Next time I go live, I will put a post. I'll do a community post. That's another reason why you want to make sure you have your bell, hit that bell for what do they call it? So you receive all notifications. I think if you hit partial, I don't know. I don't know if you receive them or not, but I know a lot of people don't receive them, and that's why that bell's so important. I think they should do away with the bell, to be honest, but who am I? I mean, if I owned YouTube, it would be completely different. I'd be for the creator. I'd be helping the creator to succeed. I feel like YouTube is more worried about them and their platform than they are. They used to be it used to be such a beautiful place to work. Now it's like a lot of people struggle. So I don't know. I even wrote to YouTube yesterday and I said, can you negotiate for the ads that are put in my video? Can you negotiate with these big ad companies for a higher, like they're paying me $8.16 for every 1,000 views. Hello. And I'm talking like Skechers. I'm talking like major brands that would probably pay TV commercials or the TV network who knows how much money, right? And here I'm getting $8, and they said, no, it's non-negotiable. So I was like, I don't know, guys. I may be starting my own website and move everything over there. If I do, of course, I'll let everybody know. But anyways, I got to stop talking. I love you guys. I thank you for being part of really my first live since I've been at Sam's for the public. So thank you for being part of it. I wish I could have answered all your questions, but I promise next time. Okay. I promise next time. I love you. I'll see you next time at our table, guys. Bye-bye. Everybody, have a great day. I know some of you are moving into nighttime. Well, I'm moving into nighttime. Love you. Bye-bye.